Stavatti's been a ghost ship, 20 years of empty claims, with hangars full of garbage and dreams that never came. Now he's fishing for new suckers to store more junk inside, while promising his gullible fans hover cars and free energy rides.
We are working on anti-gravity. As soon as we get financed, which again is coming very soon.
Divine insights were handed down, but now they cost a fee. In the wacky world of Wilcock, that's the way it's gotta be. Financial resets, debts erased, a world so fair and bright. The alliance never came, and neither did his wife. The wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. It's the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Just buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Extraterrestrial pals, they're coming here to stay. Disclosure's always just around, but aliens delay. Law of one, the Bible, Bhagavad Gita, all mixed up in one. David's stealing from the best, but his fans think it's a brand new one. Plagiarizing Prophet, that's his favorite routine. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where nonsense reigns supreme, we'll all get rainbow bodies, whatever that might mean. And Jesus is an alien, the wildest thing you've seen. David's on a hero's journey through dimensions far and wide. Draco reptilians know where he lives, so in his mansion he must hide. Catastrophes and end times, we're on the brink, he said. But my coffee's brewing nicely, and I'm still in my bed. The wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. It's the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. Just buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. No one's suffering like David in his mansion grand and tall, with bison, steak, and chicken. He's the loneliest of all. His teeth are fake as his prophecies, and courses that he sells. In the wacky world of Wilcock, he's ringing all the bells.
If we bathe in our own urine, we can gain superpowers. Doing the bath does help. Or you urinate before you get into the bathtub, and then you drink new water out of a glass, and when you're in the bathtub, you can do a little more.
Buy my course, $300. Enlightenment's the deal. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where make-believe is real. His PowerPoint slides are packed with schizophrenic rants, forced to stream on YouTube now. Bankruptcy's a stance. Stavatti Aerospace, a Ponzi scheme they say. So pay pigs better pay up, or like Corey Good he'll stay. So many dates, so many dreams, none of them come true. But hey, don't fret, just buy the course and I'll enlighten you.
For God's sake, take the deal, okay? But you have to take the deal and you have to cooperate. Rise, rise, rise. And you feel yourself, kinetic energy of levitation, tingling across your skin.
In 2012, we all ascend, a cosmic shift was due. But here we are in 24, and nothing much is new. Mass arrests and cabal busts, beliefs should quake in fear, yet they're still here, sipping wine. And we're all stuck right here, in a world of greer and good, crush and loot. With their claims, nobody tops David Wilcock, with his fringe and wacky games, while they're sharing UFOs and theories kinda tame. David's got aliens who wanna sleep with him and eat him, what a shame. He's the master of the bizarre, with rainbow bodies on display. In the wacky world of Wilcock, where nonsense leads the way. So here's to Dave, the shyster bold, with tales so far-fetched and grand. In his world of make-believe, where fantasy's second-hand, he spins his fairy tales and lies between his YouTube streams for his cat crystal ladies who gobble up his dreams.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. It is time for another episode of the wacky world of Wilcock, and it just keeps getting wackier because apparently Mr. Wilcock is not willing to give up on the Ascension is coming in 2025 scam he's been running for several years now, allegedly. And it should be noted that come January 1st, 2026, the whole world will know that David Wilcock has run the Ascension is Coming Soon scam 3 times, and each time scammed morons on the internet out of a lot of money for his fake prophetic predictions. And now it seems like he's starting to backpedal on his predictions. For 2 years, he was saying Ascension is coming by May of 2025, and then it didn't come, just like his wife didn't come. And so he pushed it back to something like September 22nd. And wouldn't you know, just like his wife didn't come, Ascension didn't come again. But it's okay, because now he's pushing it, kicking that can again, giving himself a little bit more time to scam morons on the internet before everyone will know that he's run this Ascension is Coming Soon scam 3 separate times. I can't believe that people would give him money this 3rd time around, because apparently they don't know his history of running this scam over and over again. Remember, he did the Ascension is Coming Soon scam leading up to the year 2000. Ascension didn't come. And then he ran the scam again leading up to the year 2012, and Ascension didn't come. And each time, David Wilcock has to go away for a while, a year or 2, right? And hold on, we have to get our counter. Days until January 1st, 2026. So there's 93 more days left on the scam, Mr. Wilcock. You've only got 93 more days where you'll be able to scam the public with your Ascension is Coming Soon scam. 93 more days. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, David Wilcock. Tick-tock, motherfucker. The scam is coming crashing down, just like it came crashing down in the year 2000, just like it came crashing down in the year 2012. Remember that? You had to go away for a few years, but then you came back with a new scam, and the new scam was Corey Goode telling secret space stories, and you did that for years and years. But then Corey Goode spectacularly admitted under oath that those weren't real stories. He just made them up. They were his stories, his intellectual property. Therefore, that's another scam that you ran on the public, scamming people, telling them that you are, you have a whistleblower from the secret space program who's telling the truth about the aliens and the secret space program and his Buck Rogers space adventures. And that all turned out to be fake. Yes, just like this time, Mr. Wilcock, the Ascension is Coming Soon scam. It's going to turn out to be fake, and your followers are going to know that you scammed them again. How many times are you going to get away with scamming the same audience, Wilcock, you moron? I don't know. Amazing to me that this guy is still out there scamming the public, and there appears to be never any consequences for Mr. Wilcock. He must get like a free pass, like he's just allowed to scam morons on the internet. Where is consumer protection? He said that Ascension was coming in 2025, and he's psychic, and he's predicting, and the angels are telling him what's going to happen, and you have to buy my books. In the first book, it says that Ascension was coming by May of 2025. It's in the fucking books that he's been selling for $333 for years now. Take a moment to recognize a kind and generous soul in the live chat, the first of the evening. Kill Station 7 with a super sticker. And we did get the old bumpers back, but I've got new, improved, even better bumpers. They'll be on the next show.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens command you to praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's an old. I'm looking at an old stream going. Did I miss a bunch of super chats? But no. Wishful thinking. So now what's going on is David Wilcock is apparently attempting to commit tax evasion, allegedly. Now, I'm not a tax accountant, or I'm certainly not an attorney or anything like that. But I am aware that Mr. Wilcock, by his own public statements, has said that he owes $1.5 million to the federal government, and that's all income tax. And you might ask yourself, if he didn't pay income tax to the tune of $1.5 million, then doesn't that mean that he made something like $5 or $6 million and just never paid the income tax on it? Right? I would think that it does mean that. So what's the deal with David Wilcock now selling two very expensive pieces of real estate? Well, one's about $250, but the other one he's trying to get through like $2.8 million for, which, by the way, is completely overvalued. You can go to, real estate estimate sites, if you know his address, and many people do, and find out that the property is only valued at like 1.6 million, not at 2.8 million. So what's the deal? And why is David Wilcock, he is selling those homes and transferring the funds into a holding company? And many people have speculated that he's doing that to hide the money from the IRS. Another Ascension delay, just 2 more weeks until Ascension, says Doom WR Real. That is correct. Just 2 more weeks, right? Spooky says, subscribe to the Clips channel. New clips dropped multiple times a week. Yeah, let's check in on that, Spooky. I haven't checked in a while. And let's check in with the Clips channel. I did look at it over the weekend, and it looked like we needed 10 more subscribers to hit the magic, YouTube numbers and get that channel monetized. But I haven't looked at it over the weekend. I was kind of hoping, I kind of meant to, but honestly, I had a hell of a weekend doing stone and masonry work. 989. So it's worse than the last time I looked. The last time I looked at it, it was at 990. We needed 10 more subscribers. Now it's at 989. Is it? Yeah, 989. So now we need 11 of you to go over there. And I'm going to go to our YouTube channel. I have to put it in the live chat manually, so bear with me. I'm going to put the Clips channel into the live chat. I'd appreciate it if each and every one of you, if you haven't already, please do go on over to our Clips channel. It's Truth Seekers Clips on YouTube. And now I lost the channel already. Hold on. Truth Seekers Clips. Just look for me, the strange guy with sunglasses. If you put Truth Seekers Clips into the search bar, you'll get it. And I'm going to copy that and put it in the live chat. I'm just going to put sub to our new Clips channel here. And people are sounding off that they've already subscribed. I know, but we're still trying to get 11 more of you people to go over there and subscribe so that we could give Spooky a job. If just 11 of you kind and generous friends will go over there and click subscribe. Really, we need like 15 or 20 because we have to stay over, and people drop off, their accounts get deleted. Yeah, and I have somebody at Gutterpup saying in my comments, I emailed you and you didn't even reply to me. I just wanted to put on the record and say I try to reply to people, but sometimes people send me a 25-page email. And I got to be honest and tell you, I'm not reading a 25-page email to find out what it is you're inquiring with me about. I'm not, what is that saying? Like too long to read? I'm not going to read long emails. So if you want to reply for me, keep it to a page or less, right? Spooky says, I'll be dropping new clips a few times a week. Well, good. And Patty subbed, so thank you for that. And yeah, so we're going to get into the latest clips, but I want to make sure that we put on the record, David Wilcock, I want you to know something. Do you know how many people don't like you? Do you know how many people don't like you scamming vulnerable people for years and years and years? Do you know how many people are pissed off at you still because you scammed people with Corey Good for fake stories for 5 years? So there's a lot of people that don't like David Wilcock and don't like him scamming people, don't like him crying because he only makes $280,000 a year on YouTube, but it's barely enough to survive. There's a lot of people, Mr. Wilcock, that don't like you. And I'm not going to become directly involved, but you should know, Mr. Wilcock, that if you owe the federal government $1.5 million in income tax, you don't get to sell a $250,000 house and just keep the money. You don't get to do that. And you sure as hell don't get to sell a $2.8 million house and just keep the money. Somebody, and I'm not saying I'm going to do this, I refuse to become that directly involved because I think that would be sort of a breach of journalistic integrity, right? Somebody is going to contact the IRS about your shell game with the holding company, and you're going to lose all that fucking money, you retard. All right. And by the way, it's not my wish that somebody report him. I just know how many people don't like him, hate his guts, think he's a scumbag and a scammer, and they don't want him to have $250,000 to go off on vacation for a year as he develops his newest and latest scam. After this Ascension is coming soon scam crashes down, that's why he's selling his homes. These are his only assets, and he's looking to get a big chunk of money because he knows he's going to have to disappear. I'm not going to let people forget that you scammed people with this Ascension is coming soon scam for years. When did he start introducing the Ascension is coming soon? I'm talking to the Archangel Michael scam. Was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Spooky may know. It's either 2 or 3 years ago. It was right after the anti-gravity scam. You remember that scam, Mr. Wilcock, where you said, if you take my course, you'll be able to do anti-gravity and free energy too? And all these people gave you $333 and no one was able to produce anti-gravity or free energy, meaning you scammed them, right? Then you went right into the new scam. I'm talking to the Archangel Michael scam, and he's telling me that Ascension is coming by May of 2025. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, just became a YouTube channel member. David Wilcox, are you the singer-songwriter that does the song Conspiracy Wacko Shit? Because if you are, I borrowed that song and we've played it here a bunch of times, David Wilcox. And by the way, I'm a songwriter myself. Every once in a while, you come across something weird, like musically, that you didn't think you would, it was like a surprise. I'm like, who's this guy, David Wilcox? And he has this fun song, Conspiracy Wacko Shit. And I started checking out some of his other songs. He had some like basically hit songs in the a while ago, but still excellent songwriter. And just so you know, if you become a YouTube channel member during the live broadcast, we give you a big shout out and a big thank you. So big shout out and thank you to David Wilcox, not Wilcox.
Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash.
I'm trying to see if that's no, that's not the singer-songwriter, but that is another David Wilcox, not Wilcock. But still, thanks for becoming a member. And if you get a chance, check out your namesake songs. David Wilcox, he's on YouTube. He's got a lot of great music on his channel. So everybody is aware. We read and thank every single person sending a super chat. And then during the marathons, if we get any super chats, I read them all out on the very next live show, which would be today. But I don't believe that we did, but I will check in. 36 hours of midnight hours show marathon. And I don't think that we got one super chat. And I'm not complaining. I'm just, this is sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I'm sure there were some marathons where we got like a couple $100 in support. That's why we run them. And we want to take a moment to thank the Lucky Gremlin, who became a subscriber on Kick, and Gorgon Scormhammer, who became a subscriber on Kick on the 25th and the 27th. So even over the weekend, we were getting some support on Kick. Thank you, David Wilcox, for becoming a channel member. And thank you, Gorgon Stormhammer and the Lucky Gremlin for the support. Much, much appreciated.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
I know what it is. It's the end of the month. I was like, whoa, there's no super chats? Yes. Brother, can you spare $1? It is the end of the month. And I do have some good news, though. We have a mysterious benefactor who said that for the rest of the month, they will match gifted memberships. So in other words, if you buy 5 gifted memberships, they're going to buy 5 gifted memberships. If you buy 10 gifted memberships, they will buy 10. If you buy 100, he said up to 100. So up to 100 gifted memberships, we've got somebody to match you. There's a way to double our user base in our members section very easily, thanks to mysterious benefactor. They don't want to be named, but they know who they are. So thank you, David Wilcock. Thank you to the Kick subscribers and people gifting subs. Just so everybody is aware, we thank every single person who supports us. So RP just became a YouTube channel member. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And just so you know, if you become a YouTube channel member during a live broadcast, we'll give you a big shout out and a big thank you. So big shout out to David Wilcox, not Wilcock, and RP, who just became a YouTube channel member. You get those extra goodies in the members only section. You get a members badge, and you get my thank you, and you get my gratitude. Thank you all for your kindness.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash.
All right. So we're going to get into the soundbite spooky. Yeah, we're going to get into the clips here. I don't know how many Macario made, though. So we're probably going into going to just play the whole. It's like 3 hours, though. One moment here. Yep, just a few. Okay, 1 second. There were some interesting bits. David Wilcock, I'm going to be doing that for the rest of my life. Our other software automatically throws me over to the side. This one, I have to manually pick the scene. So somebody mentioned Piss Bass on his latest stream. Isn't that great?
Tea baths, yeah, sure enough. Well, we all know what that is. Tea baths.
Yeah, we all know what that is. That is, in case you were unaware, David Wilcock told everybody that the Archangel Michael told him to take baths in his own piss, and that would cause him to have superpowers. And he claimed that he did that, and he got superpowers, and he may have used his new psychic superpowers to save Donald Trump from the assassin's bullet by moving it out of the way, Matrix style. What, you just let him get shot in the ear, though, Wilcock? Like, I don't understand David Wilcock, but it is what it is.
So there's a lot of good things.
Macario says more deals are coming. I wonder how much David gave to Beskar so he could buy the booth space at the shows. I could have sworn they were supposed to have billions already. Yeah, for those unaware, David Wilcock said that they got a $989 billion deal, right? And then it turned out that that was just what they wanted to get, to build a space program, right? Not what he said, the manner in which he said it, and equated himself and person on the same level. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's get into the clips. And by the way, I'll put my fair use banner up. This is a transformative work. We're educating the public. We're critiquing the videos that we are sharing. And this is the textbook definition of fair use. I'll be providing commentary and criticism. We're sharing live chat comments, so you can help me make this transformative by putting some live chat comments in about what we're listening to and commenting on it. Face to the screen with one for the goal. Is getting left for literal fruit by Beth karmic or ironic for David Wilcock? I'm confused. Please help. Yes, for those unaware, David Wilcock's wife left him, And she started making cucumber porn where she would dill herself with a cucumber and teach other women how to freshen up their vajayjays. Listen, if you got a stinky pussy, a cucumber ain't going to help. You need a doctor, bitch. But this is the wacky world of Wilcock. His wife literally was making porn with a girl dilling herself on a bed with a cucumber. She shows you how to peel the cucumber, jam it in there, pick the right size one, right? I don't know. I think it's ironic for David Wilcock's wife to leave him in favor of a cucumber. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show, though. Much appreciated.
Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you. Face to the Screen, who's been a longtime show supporter. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. Let's get into this clip. Remember, friends, big deals are always on the horizon for Stavatti, but yet they've been in business for 30 years and they've never produced a single airplane product or service. And in recent court documents, they admitted that their only income was from a dumpster company that was storing garbage dumpsters at their Niagara facility. And then we found out in another court filing that their other income comes from a sewage company that they were letting dump on their... Somebody dump sewage, Phil, whatever Phil is. They're letting somebody dump Phil on their property. It's basically a literal shithole. That's what Stavatti is. And they've never produced a single airplane product or service in the 30 years they've been in business. But David Wilcock keeps telling everybody they're going to have billion-dollar deals.
So there's a lot of good things going on right now. One of the things that I can say, it's actually a big positive, is that Stavatti is at our Miramar Air Show right now. This is in California at the Miramar Air Base. And this is a photograph from today.
Yeah, and anybody can be a presenter there. You just got to pay for a booth. David Wilcock is so desperate to make people believe that this Stavatti Aerospace is anything at all important that he is 100% willing to just pay to be at an air show and show people their fake shit that they're never going to build, in my opinion.
Of our actual booth setup with all the line cards and the poster in the background, models in the front.
Yeah, graphics that look like they were made on a 1998 computer. Yeah.
Additionally, we had another aerospace event that we all attended. I mean, I wasn't there, but we
all attended, but I wasn't there. Well, which one is it, David Wilcock? Did you attend it, or were you there or not?
Had our CEO, Chris Beskar, some other board members there. The Air Force Association event, this is a picture from that event. And once again, you can see we had the table, the line cards, the models.
Yeah, your 3D printed models, which is all you'll ever make. You're never going to make one of those into a real airplane. Mark my words, I'm something of a prophet. John Christian Spatavaccia says, it's not how much David put up for the sponsorships, it's how much David's audience has put up, since a handful of them are now non-accredited investors in Stavatti. He sounds so unbelievably fake and not here, says Buffalo Sponks. It was relatively close to $1 trillion at one time. Yeah. Fake laugh at 1,000%. It does read there, an aircraft manufacturer. So there is no doubt that they are for anyone visiting the booth. Yeah. We all attended, but I wasn't there. Rayner says, I think he's not even believing it himself. And Dr. Amp, I wonder if they broke out the tablecloth again. You can only peddle hype for so long. Yeah, that's what's going on. They don't have any real products or services. And David Wilcock invested so much money into this company and went broke. And a lot of people say that's what the 1.5 million. Stavatti CEO Christopher Beskar has said 1 to 1.5 million is what David invested in their company. What did they do with the money? Because they're not paying their bills. They're not paying their creditors. They're getting sued left and right by all the people they owe money to, including their accountant. But I think they finally paid the accountant, right?
And we met many, many, many amazing people at this thing. And so this is all very positive.
Look at the one on the left. It doesn't even look aerodynamic at all, right? Just straight wings. not swept back, not aerodynamic at all. It's like a moron that doesn't know anything about a fucking airplane is designing this shit for them. Just make it look cool. Who cares if it'll fly or not?
Positive for us, moving in the right direction.
Oh, you've been moving in the right direction for 30 years, but you've still never produced a single product or service because your company is a scam. And even an investor that invested $1 million called your company, Stavatti Aerospace, a Ponzi scheme and a scam in court documents.
There you can see it with the lights on. So Chris actually drove cross country to do both events.
That's the least he could do. It's not like he's busy building airplanes or spaceships. Like David Wilcock said, he also built spaceships that nobody's allowed to see the spaceships, though. They're secret spaceships.
And we are meeting lots of contacts. We're having lots of great stuff happen, potential new sources of investment.
New sources of investment. Yeah, because you're getting sued by the old sources of investment. An old investor sued you to get his money back. So now you need new investors to pay off the old investors, which, my friends, is the textbook definition of a Ponzi scheme.
All kinds of interesting things going on. And so...
Which it was called in court documents, a Ponzi scheme. And they admitted that they were waiting on new investors to pay the old investor off. That's a Ponzi scheme, David Wilcock. Congratulations, you're a con artist running a Ponzi scheme with your scammy aerospace friend that's never produced a single airplane product or service in 30 years that he's been in business.
One little quick plug that I'll just make is that we do still have room for 4 more investors at the non-accredited size, which means smaller scale investing.
Shouldn't he legally? I don't know. I'm not really up on SEC regulations, but if he's publicly asking his audience to invest in the company, shouldn't he disclose that they're being sued by a previous investor that invested $1 million and never got a penny of their money back? So he had to sue them. And, hey, call me kooky, but do you think it's a good idea to invest in a company that's being called a Ponzi scheme and investment scam by a previous investor that invested $1 million into the company and never got a dime back? He's literally inviting his audiences to get scammed, in my opinion. I don't get it. Shouldn't he have to disclose that they're being sued by all their creditors? Well, not all of them, but they're being sued by multiple creditors that they never paid, like a sprinkler company, an electric company. Apparently, everybody that worked on their facility did a lot of dollars worth of work, and then the company just fucked them and never paid any of them. So they all started suing Stavatti. Does it sound like a wise investment to invest in a company that whose accountant had to sue them to get his money back? Does it sound like a wise investment to invest in a company that's being called a Ponzi scheme and an investment scam in court documents? Anybody can read those court documents, Mr. Wilcock.
Not at liberty to go into all the details, but the way that this works with the 506 Reg D offering is that you just contact us at our website, stavatti.com. We will give you more information on that.
All right. I think we should all contact them and say we want to invest and see what they send back and see if they actually disclose that they're being sued by multiple creditors, that one of their previous investors is suing them, calling them a Ponzi scheme and an investment scam. I think they should have to disclose all that while they're taking money from the public. I don't understand how any of this is legal. It's amazing. I'm going to call somebody from the SEC and start asking some questions, Mr. Wilcock. Macario says, what a piece of shit. He says Kirk profoundly affected him, but he said on his last stream that he didn't know anything about him. He says people like me. He means famous people, people like him and Kirk.
Many upsetting things happening all at the same time, and this has profoundly affected me as well. And that includes, of course, the tragic loss of Charlie. So, yeah.
Such a tragic loss. He didn't know anything about him on his last live stream. This, my friends, is the pathological liar. He's not been affected by the death of Charlie Kirk, not one bit.
Yeah, there's no question that when something like that happens, people like me, Beverly Adams donated $10, says, so glad to be together again.
A moron gave you $10. That makes him smile with his big, flashy, white, fake teeth.
Thank you. Obviously, it makes you more aware of your own mortality, right? It's like, wow, you know, here's a public figure.
He's basically implying that somebody could shoot and assassinate him, right?
And we lost him, and it was done very dramatically. And so, yeah, that's definitely rocked me to my core.
It's rocked
and
him
we're
to his
hoping that
core.
that won't keep happening, that there won't be anybody else, but, you know, there could be. I mean, we're in the final stages of something, and so
we're in the final stages of what?
What's going on, and therefore it's a scary time. I admit that. We have many upsetting things happening all at the same time, and this is profoundly.
I'm sorry, it's looping. Yeah. So on last week's stream, he said he didn't know anything about Charlie Kirk. On this week's stream, he's been profoundly affected by his death. Tim Curley, with one for the goal, saying one of my favorite phrases, he's broke, he's bald, and he's soon to be homeless. That is correct, sir. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much appreciated.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Tim Curley, for your kindness, generosity, and support. Let's get some more support, friends. I should be reading these things out loud nonstop. No, in prison for tax evasion. Yeah, they lock you up for that. I don't understand how he thinks he's going to get away with, you know, oh, I'll just sell these very expensive assets that I have, and I'll create a fake holding company, one of which he let expire, and they just created a new one with the same name. I don't know how any of this is legal. How can he legally just sell a $250,000 house and just keep all the money when he owes the IRS $1.5 million, right? That forehead is half the size of his skull. Disgusting. Yes, I agree.
Sean, David's.
Now it's, Macario says, now it's, there could be a solar event of some kind. He knows he will need to make something up to keep this going. It's 2000 and 2012 all over again. Now here is where he starts backpedaling.
Sean, David has covered in past episodes, the Archangel Michael says there will not be a catastrophic solar flash. I totally agree. There could be a solar event of some kind. That's part of the weird teachings that I've gotten over the years that we've been talking about, but I don't expect it's going to be catastrophic.
Yeah, he said that there was going to be a massive solar event leading up to 2012, and nothing happened.
Catastrophic. But yes, we're going to talk about the solar flash a little bit later on.
We're going to talk about the solar flash, friends. Yeah, the solar flash that never comes, right?
Yeah.
Macario says, David is under attack. A few weeks before my dad died, I asked him to go after Wilcock from the other side. I think it was him. He thought Wilcock was a joke and laughed at what we could do to make fun of him. So he said he would do his best. Yeah, and rest in peace, Macario's dad, who just passed away. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. I lost my father when I was very young. But every time I hear somebody losing a parent, it reminds me of my, you know, struggles. Losing a father is rough. He thought Wilcock was a joke. He could have thought it was hilarious that he keeps picking at his eye. Yeah, so
yeah, it's troubling.
Wilcock is under terrible attack. He's got an itchy eye.
It's a troubling time. It's like I got a little eyelash in my eye there. So pretty wild, you know, pretty wild to look at all this stuff and say, where is this taking us? What does this really mean? We don't know. Okay, so just to be clear, oh, this is really, I got a big thing in my eye. Sorry. Just to be clear, it's a hard road.
Yeah, maybe that's called guilt, because you're realizing that you just scammed your whole audience for 2 years. So you're starting to have psychosomatic, weird effects going on.
We don't always know where it's going or what's going on, but we take it one step at a time. we deal with it, and we look for the truth behind the illusion. So
we look for the truth behind the illusion. Were you giving people the truth with Corey Good when you were scamming everybody for fake secret space stories that you said were the truth? Have you been giving people the truth for the past 2 years as you told them that Ascension was coming in 2025 and so was open extraterrestrial ET contact and mass arrests? None of that shit happened, Mr. Wilcock, and you've only got 93 more days to scam morons on the internet before everybody knows you did it again. Everybody will have known by January 1st, 2026 that you scammed everybody 3 separate times with this Ascension is coming soon scam.
Very, very provocative. And maybe it does suggest that a greater escalation is going on, but we're not really sure yet.
Greater escalation of war.
So what might we expect to see in the future, you guys? And that's a big question.
How is it a big question? You said that Ascension was coming by May of 2025, and we could expect to see Ascension by May of 2025. And then that never happened. Then you said by September 22nd, the fall equinox, and then nothing happened on September 22nd, unless people got raptured and I didn't hear about it. I don't know. Now, what might we expect to see in the future? Well, you're supposed to be a prophet. You're supposed to be a psychic. You're supposed to be in communication with angels that have been telling you the future for years and years now.
The answer is, you know, sorry, my eye is just really bothering me. Something got stuck in my eye.
So take a break and wash your eye out, you moron retard.
See if I can get it out.
It's probably the mouse shit all over his house causing irritation.
Never had an eyelash quite do a number on me like that before.
Oh, man.
Did start the show early. It was earmarked.
Macario says he didn't want to compete with the memorial last week out of respect for Charlie Kirk. Flowers against don't hurt him too badly, even though it hurt his income. Yeah, I love how he's taking credit. Like, I took one for the team, guys, and I didn't broadcast during Charlie Kirk's memorial because I out of respect for him. You don't respect anybody but your con and your scams and your grift.
Marked 2 hours ahead because, again, last week I thought I was going to try to get it in right after the memorial. But then I realized, wait a minute, this is not anything I want to try to compete with or interfere with. Out of respect, I just decided, once again, even though it kind of hurt my income.
Yeah, notice it's always my income, Oh, my income, my pocket might get affected.
We're just going to do, the eye is good. Yes, thank you. So, you know, now I'm back. Now I'm here again, and it's good to be back. I've had a very busy week.
Look at him playing with his hair, man. Look at that. What is he doing?
It's good to be back. I've had a very busy week.
He's playing with what's left of his hair.
Again, and it's good to be back. I've had a very busy week.
How did he have a busy week? He works 1 day a week, right? He works 1 day a week. We want the Wackadoo Oscars Awards. Yeah, yeah. Is my hair still there? Archduke Instinct, get him. Archduke Instinct, get him. I will check in with the Kick support, and we'll read out any support we get from you Kick viewers tonight. So let's be generous, like Archduke Instinct. Yes, who gifted 5 subscribers. Archduke Instinct for the win. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Big Kick support from Archduke Instinct over on the Kick.com chat. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. Very kind and generous of you. Thank you for helping us to praise the cash.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Praise it, my friends. Yeah, so he's playing with his hair. He had a very busy week. You know, working 1 day a week is really exhausting.
Lots and lots of stuff is going on.
Nothing's going on. He's got nothing going on. That's what's going on. Nothing. No Ascension. Oh, here's
my book's The Michael Prophet.
Macario says, how badly does he need money? Did his sugar daddy cut him off? He hasn't been like this in a while. all these money problems, and he has to kick the weed cravings. He doesn't sleep. He gets the night sweats, shits himself, and he has eye issues. I don't know how he does it. Lilith says, I have a feeling his sugar daddy is his literal daddy. He made a comment last time he streamed about his dad not letting him do Angry Daddy, and I bet he caught on and told David, knock it off or you don't get any more cash. But he just can't help himself when the donos come in. Ancient astronaut tour guide, crystal sales executive, Department of Galactic Affairs, self-appointed, history writer-in-chief. This Nexus Loop. Yeah.
My books, the Michael Prophecies. I highly
Here, you know, I don't understand. How does he not acknowledge that the Michael Prophecies are totally fucking wrong already? Remember, friends, we've talked about it many times. The test of a prophet means if you're wrong even once, you're not in communication with divine sources. If anything, you may be in communication with demonic sources because they deceive people. They lie. Angels and God doesn't lie to their prophets. His prophecies have already been wrong. In the first book, it says that Ascension is going to come by Memorial Day of 2025. Well, that came and went, and there's been no Ascension. So how is he still selling these fucking books to morons, not acknowledging that his prophecies have failed completely?
I recommend you order that. I myself ended up receiving similar Edgar Casey type of contacts. It's a big part of what I do. I use the remote viewing protocols to try to make it as accurate as possible.
And you've been completely inaccurate. You've completely and totally fucked yourself by putting a hard date out there. May of 2025, Ascension, mass arrests, open ET contact. None of that shit happened. So does that mean your books are just filled with lies and you're still selling books filled with lies, and false predictions, fake psychic prophecies that don't ever pan out, and you're still selling them to stupid people on the internet, you moron?
So again, the link for that is on the description, and we now have it down at $144.
Oh, discount bullshit. It's half price bullshit now.
Really, really helps me out if you could order that.
Yeah, it really helps me out because then I just send you a PDF of my nonsensical 5 books of rambling nonsense for your $144. So it costs him exactly nothing. Maybe you get a free rock with them now. I don't know.
And in the link on today's show, we also have a donation link.
Now he's asking for donations. What donations? Is that, are you asking for donations for your charity where you spent most of the money on yourself and you didn't do any charitable work? He collected, I think, a few $100,000 in non-taxable charitable donations. And he spent the money, allegedly or apparently, on his studio in his basement where he does for-profit streams. So congratulations, you fucking morons that donated money to his charity. Because he took that money and allegedly or apparently bought expensive cameras, computers, equipment, microphones, lighting, and more, and software, thousands of dollars worth of software. And then instead of doing charitable work with that stuff that he purchased, he's doing for-profit streams for his for-profit company with the same equipment, which, by the way, David Wilcock, is completely and totally highly illegal. We have the clips of you saying that you bought all that equipment for your streams with the charity donations, you moron. You publicly stated that you're breaking the law.
We really could use your help financially right now. So please, if there is any way.
It's tough living in a $2.8 million mansion. Well, he's trying to get 2.8 for it. And by the way, I just want to say publicly on the record again that bitches buy cabins. Men build cabins, David Wilcock. You're not a man. You're a bitch. Only a bitch would buy a log cabin already built. Only a bitch would. Well, not really. I mean, maybe if you get an old fixer-upper and you're going to restore it. But David Wilcock is about as handy as a child, right? He wouldn't even go to that home in New York and fix whatever was broken. You know, he just sold it as is. And everybody knows when you sell a home as is, you take a huge loss. And I just wanted to share this, Mr. Wilcock. That's what men do. Men build stuff. They don't just buy it. already built, right? But David Wilcock is a bitch, and he can't build anything because he is about as manly as a twink, right? So here is my cabin coming together. And by the way, I did not plan on building an entire wall out of stone. But then right behind the cabin build site, right behind it, like 10 feet away from what I'm showing you, 10 feet away from the back wall was this huge cache of all these stones, just a huge pile of them up on the hill. It's like 10 feet from the back door here, which is really the front door, but it's on the back side of the property. I decided it would be too inviting to put the door on the front, because from the trail, you'd be able to see a door, and I don't want, trespassers going, oh, I wonder what's in there. And, I mean, they'll be able to see windows and a wall from the front trail, but not, the door. But anyway, the door locks. And by the way, I was just talking to Spooky about this. I'm up to, I don't even know. The major expense so far has been the mortar mix. We're at 15 bags. It's about $8 a bag per 80-pound bag. $120 for cement has been the major expense. The door was $10. Those two back windows were $50. And the other three windows were all free from my kind and generous neighbor, Matt. So thanks to Matt, I got some free windows. But isn't it interesting? I will, and maybe I spent $20 on the door hardware. I built a door frame out of scraps from my woodshed. But all together now, we're at like $200, maybe $250 that I've spent on the cabin, because I bought a lot of screws and nails and stuff like that. $250. So a lot of people say, oh, I would never be able to afford to have a cabin in the woods. Yes, yeah, you can, but you're going to have to make some sacrifices, and you're going to have to get real creative on materials. And I decided, why should I spend $2,000 to $5,000 on materials from Home Depot when there's fallen trees everywhere in the forest and there's rocks and stones everywhere? I just got to haul in this cement, and some assembly required. Chill Station 7 with another one for the goal. He's defrauding the U.S. government. Well, I'm no big fan of income taxes, but you got to pay. You don't get to get out of income tax. And you certainly, Chill Station 7, if you owe $1.5 million to the IRS and you have assets like 2 homes, you don't get to just sell the homes and keep all the money and not pay the IRS. They're gonna seize his assets, I think, anyway. But I'm no tax accountant. I don't know what the laws are or how it works. But my wife's an accountant, and I'm pretty sure she would agree with me that if you owe $1.5 million to the IRS, you don't get to just squirrel money away and keep it to yourself by starting a holding company, right? I don't know. All right, let's see what else this moron has to say in his pitch, trying to scam morons out of money.
That you could make a donation. It would be really great.
Make a donation. What are we donating for? We're donating so that you could live in $1 million mansion and not have to work more than 1 day a week. Uncle Sam will get his cut one way or the other, says Chill Station 7. I agree. Archaic Revival is here and says, all praise Mrs. Truthseeker. Yeah, she's great. She's awesome. Somebody said that the show was late because we were having a meeting. No, not today, I don't think. We'll see. I don't know, maybe later. We'll see what happens. Patty says they will freeze everything. Well, especially if somebody were to tip off the IRS that he's doing this shell game trying to hide the money from them. I think that they're just going to seize the money. We'll see.
I am hoping to get a new launch going here, but I've had a great deal of difficulty in my personal life just with insomnia, as you know. That's been a factor. Dan Brown.
Okay, if you don't need to go to a job every day, right, at a certain time, is insomnia really a problem? I mean, eventually you'll pass out. You might stay awake for 2 days straight. I've had bouts of insomnia where I stayed awake for 2 days at a time and then finally crashed out. But if you don't have like a job that you need to go to every day, how is insomnia a big problem? You could just sleep all day. In fact, when the animal control people came, it was 3:30 p.m. He was in his bedroom sleeping at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
Brown's new novel, The Secret of Secrets, gets into how consciousness works. Jim Garrigus, thank you for the donation. See if I missed
The only time he smiles,
we had another one here.
When he gets a donation. Look at him. He gets so happy.
The kitten. I won't say
free
the whole
money,
thing.
free money,
My 6-year-old son started astrally traveling, recently went to his favorite toy store and felt as if there was a giant magnet pulling him out into space. Then he went back into his body. Do you know what would cause this feeling?
Yeah, you're a fucking wackadoo, maybe? Listen to that wackadoo. My son started astrally traveling and he traveled to his favorite toy store. This is crazy talk, friends.
Very interesting. Hey, bro, Jesus Christ is real, says Taylor Hibble. I totally agree. What would cause this feel? I mean, yeah, it's spiritual influences. Anita Constant asks the question, with the donation, is gaining unusual confidence a sign of DNA changes? I would say yes. Love you, David, to the moon. All right. So if you eat so clean, why do you have insomnia? Well, there's different reasons for that, but
he's worried about a scam coming crashing down. He's worried that he might have to get a fucking job. That's what he's worried about. You know, anxiety can cause depression. Anxiety can cause insomnia. I think that he can't sleep at night because he's like, man, my scam is coming crashing down. And like Steve Cambion says, I only have 93 more days to scam these morons in my audience before they're going to know that I fucking scammed them again. So I think he's got insomnia because he knows his scam is ending and he might have to work for a living someday.
One of the main ones is sobriety. I'm completely sober now. And in the process, the body has to readjust. So I think that's a big part of it.
Okay. So you stopped smoking weed like that. He wants like big points. Like, it's not like you were a meth addict or a heroin addict. You know, cannabis is not even physically addictive. And if you do quit, if you are a heavy cannabis user and you quit, you'll experience some insomnia and some irritability, but it goes away very quickly.
And it's, you know, it's just taking
maybe he was psychologically dependent on it. Who knows?
A while, but yes, I am over a month now. I don't know exactly what day it is. It might be like day 35 or something like that. But
oh, he might have not smoked pot for a whole 35 days.
It's supposedly up to 45 days where this can still happen. And
so yeah, you only got 10 more days of not being able to sleep well. Shut up. Stop crying, you little bitch.
I'm very glad to be clean. I don't think I'm ever.
I love how he's crying for donations. Come on, guys. I got insomnia because I'm not smoking weed anymore. Give me some money. He uses anything as an excuse to fundraise. Come on, guys. I'm 35 days sober. Give me some money.
We're going to have an issue with this again. I'm going to stay right where I want. So Cindy J donated $50. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And she says, thank you for continuing to share your light and wisdom. Glad you are rested. You are.
What light? What wisdom? His fucking predictions are all wrong, you morons, right? Is he still sniffing the powder? Maybe that's why he's having trouble sleeping. Maybe he quit the nose candy. There used to be a Leather Strip song called Nose Candy. Well, there still is, I'm sure. I remember that song. Nose candy. Da-na-na-na-na-na. He's on the nose candy. Trolly troll troll with one for the goal. Maybe you should pass this on to Wilcock. No, fuck Wilcock. That's my money, bitch. I'm keeping it. Thank you, Trolly troll troll, who's been a longtime show supporter, big show support, always throwing a couple bucks in our hat. Thank you, Trolly troll troll.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash.
I will check in with our Kick viewers, see if there's anything to call out over there. I want to thank Archduke Instinct for gifting 5 subs. Nothing new since that. He's the high donor for tonight. Thank you, Archduke Instinct. All right, let's continue with the clips here.
Very calming today, and this is very good for our world. Thank you, Sydney. And Kate Picker donated $20. Thank you very much. So
I love how he calls them donations. They're donations.
Well, yeah. So Harlan Bell, I'm over 32 years clean and sober. I still You can only sleep for about 4 hours at a time. You know, where I am right now, it's nothing that I did was illegal. Okay. It's, I was just using cannabis, and sometimes it was edibles, you know, whatever. But the point is I'm off of it completely. And I was using it in the past.
Wouldn't an angel tell you not to use cannabis because that might cloud your judgment, cloud your psychic visions? I would think. I don't know.
Talked about this on my show. It's not a secret.
Maybe angels like cannabis. Who knows?
But you know, it's a fight to get off of it, and that's, I think, the main thing I'm dealing with. We talked about other things as well. It could be involved. Have to clean up any type of mouse activity that I have.
Yeah, apparently David Wilcock's house and garage are infested with mice. He's ignored the problem for years. Go talk to anybody who's had mice in their house for years. Do you know how much damage that does? They're probably eating the insulation inside the walls. They're probably chewing on the electrical wires, which could cause real problems. And in fact, a lot of people don't know this, but if you have a wood home, like a log cabin, and you have a fire, 9 times out of 10, the cause of the fire is mice that get in and chew the wires and stuff. And that causes shorts, which causes fires. So he's basically living in a death trap, letting mice infest his home. And that's sad.
That could potentially cause it. There's various factors, but I'm getting better all the time, and that's an important thing. Seska Matilda donated $200.
Jesus Christ, what a bunch of more. Get those morons over to my show.
Thank you very, very much. We need to see more of those. And again,
yeah, we need more of those. Yeah, I need more of those.
Please, if you can, go to the donation link on my website, divinecosmos.com.
Yeah, donate so that I can give you false hope that Ascension is coming in 2025 when it's never going to fucking happen. I'm just going to keep your money. And what are these people donating $200 to him? Do they live in a $10 million mansion so that it can help this poor guy who's living in a $2.8 million mansion? It's ridiculous.
If there is any possibility, if there's somebody out there who could drop a large donation, that would really, really help us out right now. It would.
Listen to that. He's fishing for a whale. 200 isn't enough. He just gets a $200 donation, and he immediately asks for a bigger than $200 donation. The pure greed of this guy is ridiculous.
$100. Thank you very, very much. We need to see more of those. And again, please, if you can, go to the donation link on my
I need
website,
whales to give me
divinecosmos.com.
thousands. Hundreds aren't doing it anymore, guys.
If there's somebody out there who could drop a large donation, that would really, really help us out right now. It would be so amazing. We've had some people do that in the past, and I really need it right now.
I really need the money, guys. I really need that money. I really, really do. Gribbus Gibman says, I can't imagine that many, if any, wealthy people are giving that much money to streamers. You kind of need to be good with money to accumulate a lot of it. Yeah, he's scamming disability, like old ladies on disability. That's who his core audience is. Vulnerable, sick, and old people that he is literally scamming. It's great. Great.
Charlie Winter says, I'd like to invest in Stavatti Aerospace, but what is the minimum? I can't say that on the air.
Yeah, and Macario says he's forgotten the number of multiple times he has given out the amounts you could invest on his live streams.
Not allowed to because of the Rule 506D regulations. But again, we have slots for 4 more so-called non-accredited investors. So if you wanted to do that, just write us at the website.
Yeah, invest in my company that's being sued and called a Ponzi scheme and an investment scam. Invest anyway, guys. Don't worry about that pesky lawsuit where the previous investor gave us $1 million and didn't get a penny back. Just invest your money. Don't worry about that lawsuit that we're being sued by a previous creditor who called us a Ponzi scheme in the court documents. Don't worry about any of that.
We'll write you back, and that's how it works. You're not allowed to say more than just the fact that you have an offering, and please contact us for more information. And we strictly adhere to the law on that one. So
yeah, right. John Christian Spadavaccia says it's written on Stavatti's 506B form. David keeps saying 506D, which doesn't exist. He's an idiot. Yeah, I got to agree with John there. Yeah, look, only a couple more.
We had stunning insight.
Well, we'll go to the actual video after this, though. But I wanted to get the hot takes from Macario. Now he's saying he talks to people who claim to be part of some weird government secret program. He doesn't know if all the 2025 prophecies will come true. That is not a damn prophecy. That is a guess. Well, would you look at the time? Yeah. Oh, David's, this one is better. This one is better, friends. We'll do this one.
We had stunning insider testimony come through Dr. Stephen Greer. In fact, 35 different insiders came forward at the National Press Club on May 10th. It's supposed to be, yeah, I said May 20. It's actually May 10th. Or maybe the original one was May 9th. I was there on May 10th.
Sniffing, begging like a crackhead. Totally not on drugs. I ended up getting to go there on May 10th, and I met many of the insiders at the event and thereafter. And so that began the other part of my career, which is talking to people who claim to be part of some weird government secret program, like the concept of Area 51, like the concept that Roswell really happened, and there was a Roswell crash. He means talking to wackadoos and repeating their evidence-free claims and stories. Yeah, that's his career, repeating lies. Great job, Wilcock.
Crash, and beings came out, and EB was one of them, apparently. And apparently we've seen that EB said
that's a lot of apparentlys.
There's going to be some major change in the year 2025. So, you know, we're seeing that change happening right now. And it doesn't mean that all of these prophecies will come true in 2025. I don't know.
I don't know. You've been selling people books saying that the prophecies were going to be coming true in 2025 for 2 or 3 years now. Now you don't know if the prophecies are going to come true? No, he knows that these prophecies are bullshit.
But we're definitely building up to a climax.
We're building up to a climax? What? Come on. Come on, Wilcock. All right, we'll go to the last clip.
Creating that.
We'll start the video from the beginning, I guess. Another one of those things that has to make David's followers love him. If someone you know has cancer, it's their fault. Yeah, that's what he loves, the law of one. And the law of one basically says you make your own karma. So if you got, like, for example, a brain tumor, you caused that to happen. It's your fault you got a brain tumor. And what about children who have childhood leukemia? It's their fault that they have childhood leukemia? This is a terrible teaching, and nothing that a real spiritual guru would repeat or try to tell people is a reality.
Creating that loving consciousness. If you don't have the loving consciousness,
if
you're not creating that vibrant emotion, then you're not really tapping into this healing the way that you could.
And I just want to say, like, is it, what did he say? You got to create loving.
If you're not creating that vibrant emotion, then you're not really tapping into this healing the way that you could. Creating that loving consciousness. If you don't have the...
Oh, you got to have a loving consciousness. Is it a loving is David Wilcock scamming people from his loving consciousness? And how is it loving to scam people for fake angel prophecies? How is it loving to scam people for fake secret space stories? How is it loving to scam people to the tune of $50,000 for the Emery Smith PayPal donation scam? How is it loving consciousness to scam people for $60,000 for the Pete Peterson GoFundMe scam? Is that all coming from loving consciousness? I don't believe that if you're scamming people, you're doing anything loving, but that's just me, you know. That's reality, Wilcock. You don't have a loving consciousness if you're scamming and, you know, hurting people by stealing their hard-earned money for bullshit. Total bullshit. And what about the Wilcock Spiritual Healing Foundation? Didn't you collect like $200,000 and then essentially spend all or most of it on yourself? What was it? 1 year you spent $5,000, I believe, on meals and entertainment from the charitable donations. You bought yourself $5,000 worth of, you know, restaurant nights out, you and your wife, $5,000 worth of dining out paid for by the moron idiot losers who believed that you were going to do charitable work with that money they gave you. And you spent it on $5,000 of it 1 year on meals and entertainment. Did that come from loving consciousness? I'm just curious.
Loving consciousness.
if you're not creating that vibrant emotion, then you're not really tapping into this healing the way that you could.
Yes.
So positive changes can result, and the law of one actually says that cancer and various health problems can happen if you're not processing your catalyst. So let's talk about this for a minute. Has the vibration of the basic photon that makes up all of physical matter increased in frequency? This is the idea of the fourth density shift, that matter's vibration is going up. We could talk about that extensively. And they say this is correct. It is this influence which begins to cause thoughts to become things. As an example, you may observe thoughts of anger becoming cells of your physical body going out of control to grow into what you call cancer. So if you don't process the anger, if you don't integrate your catalyst, then you can end up with cancer.
Okay, so you give yourself cancer because you're angry. So anybody who's suffering through cancer, it's your fault because you are angry, right? This is so stupid. I don't understand how he's supposed to be a spiritual guru, right? I just don't understand. And by the way, just want to put on the record once again, David Wilcock is still trying to steal my ad revenue. There's multiple videos on our channel now where he has used a copyright pirate service called Ritual Network. You can look them up. They basically go around and terrorize small content creators and steal ad revenue from everybody for the people that pay them. So David Wilcock allegedly or apparently is paying a service company to file false, completely and totally false copyright claims against all my videos that cover him. So we're losing any ad revenue for any of the videos that cover David Wilcock. He hasn't claimed all of them, but several of them, I should say. The latest one is in dispute. David Wilcock riffs off of Charlie Kirk. Copyright protected content found. The copyright owner is reviewing your dispute. Revenue is held separately until the dispute is resolved. So every time he does this to me, I have to wait 30 days to get my money. David Wilcock is stealing tens of dollars from me. One second here. I'm trying to see. The oldest claim is on a video named David Wilcock, Corey Good, and Emery Smith at Dimensions of Disclosure. And here we see that he doesn't actually own any actual copyright. I asked for the copyright paperwork, and I have yet to receive it. I don't believe he actually owns the copyright to Dimensions of Disclosure. He has no paperwork proving that he owns anything that we shared. So I want my money, right? I want my money back, Mr. Wilcock. You have no right to steal my money. He's literally taking food right out of my children's mouths. This is your spiritual guru stealing money from a small content creator with less than 20,000 subscribers, as he's collecting thousands and thousands of dollars every time he streams in super chats. He's still stealing from me, right? It's absolutely ridiculous he's allowed to get away with that. C. Demarius with $9.99 and one for the goal. I wonder if Wilcock celebrated the Feast of the Archangels today. Yeah, I noticed that it's actually the Feast of the Archangels today. I don't know if I think I'm on some Catholic mailing list, but I get emails about the different festivals and, you know, special days involved in Catholicism. And I did get a notice this morning about the Feast of the Archangels is today. Yeah, I don't know, but thank you, C. Demarius, who's been a longtime show supporter. Big support from C. Desmarius. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support, and God bless you.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Praise it, my friends. So I was trying to see how many days are left on the oldest disputed video. I think only like 10 days, though. I don't know. But just so everybody is aware, what YouTube does when he files these false copyright claims is they say, okay, we'll put the money for the ad revenue in an escrow. And when the dispute is resolved, we'll pay the ad revenue to whichever party actually is owed the ad revenue. And in my case, I'm the party that's owed the ad revenue because he has no right. He has no right to copyright claim something he can't prove he actually has copyrighted at all. I want to see the paperwork. Oh, look at this one. This one, the latest one expires in 5 days, but by then I will have waited 30 days to get my money. David Wilcock is holding my money hostage. But I appreciate that some of you have stepped up and just sent me more super chats to cover David Wilcock stealing from me. Thank you, C. Demarius. Sam Corbin, Stephen, I've been meaning to ask you, did you make the Wacky World of Wilcock intro song? No, somebody named Shig in our Discord server made that. I made the first one, but the first one I made was made so long ago before AI and AI music and stuff. I actually sang the first theme song and put together a jingle, but Shig redid it, and it is ridiculously good. So shout out to Shig for making that. There must be a filter of sorts we can control because we should be able to read each other's minds without stealing bank pins. Sex, what? I don't know what you're saying. All right.
Creating that loving consciousness.
Loving
Law
consciousness.
1 actually says that cancer and various health problems can happen if you're not processing your catalyst.
Yeah, so if you have cancer, it's really your fault.
Talk about this for a minute.
If you have cancer, it's totally your own fault, right? All right, let's share this tab instead. Uh-oh, I can only share it small. Damn it, I just uploaded it. It's probably still processing. So I apologize for that, but we'll do what we can. We'll take a listen to some of his raw stream here. And again, I'm going to cite fair use. This is a transformative work. We're educating the public and discussing David Wilcock scamming everybody for the third time with the Ascension is Coming Soon scam, which he ran leading up to 2000. He ran leading up to 2012, and he's been running for the past several years saying Ascension is coming in 2025. Great production. No intro song, no music. Just look at my PowerPoint slide as I click away. This is the guy with the 100.
All right, everybody. It looks like we're live. Let's get to the title slate there. Picture of dear old daddy. That's right. It's David Wilcock, and I am back with you. And
yeah,
we are live once again. I've got wild hair, which you're going to get that as part of the deal. Let's try to maybe make it a little bit less wild over here. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I have time to comb his fucking hair before his live stream. He's got 6 days a week that he doesn't work.
It's good to be back, you guys.
And by the way, a few people have commented. He totally dropped the Shadows of Ezra posts because apparently Shadows of Ezra is wildly anti-Israel. They are like right out there, like totally anti-Semitic. And I guess he didn't want to be seen as anti-Semitic, so he had to drop the Shadows of Ezra posts, which was half of his shows before. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm playing the wrong video over here. I'm like, what is that? We already went through that.
Guys, finally, hey. Everybody says, yep, we are live. Sorry about the mix-up in the start times. That was an unintentional thing. We had it
His hairline
targeted for 2 p.m.
Yes.
Mountain Time, and it's actually noon. So it was 4 p.m. Eastern Time, but now it's actually 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Got a lot of people watching. Comments are going. Hey, David from Arizona. Hey there, great to see you. The blue shirt wins. Howdy, y'all.
He's got to get the razor out.
Reese!
Time to shave your head and have some dignity.
Pea baths. Yeah, sure enough. Well, we all know what that is. Charlie Winter. Happy Sunday, family of David. Glad you've been getting some time off. The last show you did, I noticed a piece about you. I'm happy to see. I hope your move is going well. We're working on it very diligently and distinctively.
got 117
Yeah, apparently David's moving to Colorado to be closer to his ex-wife, I guess. I don't know.
viewers right now. It's going to be a little smaller than usual because of when we got started, but that's okay. So, you know, everything is going really good here. Just checking you guys
Says
out,
Wilcock a
checking
furry
out everything that's
costume.
going on. And it's great. It's great to be here. And so, yeah, we've got a great show lined up for you guys today. I feel really good about it. I'm happy,
Dazzle
I'm
us with the
healthy, I'm
sizzle. Yeah.
in my element. I want to thank you all for being here with me today.
Yeah, thanks for coming here to throw money at me for 3 hours. I love it.
I'm really privileged. And again, privileged that you're here, privileged that you want to spend time with me today. Take time out of your busy schedule to be part of this amazing show.
Amazing.
And all these cameras that I have, I get to talk to you from them from different directions here. We are glad David is back. Oh, wow.
He bought 7
Dude, we're
cameras
already
with
up to
charity donations
1,298
so he could do
concurrent
for-profit
viewers with
streams.
333
That's totally
views.
illegal.
That is amazing. Right off the rip, within minutes, we're at 1,300 views, which is certainly nothing to snuff at. So
David
thank you
should be a
guys for
fruit
being
bat
here.
furry. I
This
agree.
is awesome.
I agree, face to the
I again want to apologize for the mix-up in our start time
He had to make a slide.
and tell you
to
that I am very,
apologize.
very honored to have your support and encouragement
He
as we
means
do
your
this
money.
show.
I'm very honored
So
to
there's
have
a lot
your
of good
money.
things going on
That's
right
what he
now.
meant.
One of the things that I can say that's actually a big positive is that Stavatti is at our Miramar Air Show right now. This is in
Oh,
California at the
cares?
Miramar Air Base. And this is a photograph
Yeah, and they're never
by
going to make.
Core.
They're never going to make any airplanes. So who cares, David? The company's a scam.
And we're hoping that that won't keep happening, that there won't be anybody else, but you know, there could be. I mean, we're in the final stages of something. And so
Yeah,
it's anybody's guess what's going on.
of your scam coming
And
crashing
therefore, it's a scary time. I admit that.
down. 93 more days.
But, you know,
Tick-tock.
Oh, John Patrick says, David, do you know or did you dig into the tridactyl, 3-finger, 3-toe Nazca mummies? Allegedly quarter human DNA, quarter unknown. Too
There are
early to
mice
tell
running around in the
if it's
background.
legit or
yeah, that's
or
why he
BS
blurs
disclosure
it.
hoax. Well, I've seen evidence that it could be real. I've seen evidence of people that was, you know, going in the other way. So who knows? Oh, I didn't know that. Somebody said there's been 2
Stavatti
shootings
is
just
the
today. I
Boston
didn't know that.
Dynamics of UFO. Well, Boston
Where have you
Dynamics
been,
actually
Davey?
makes robots.
Davy's probably not the first choice of name that I would go
Prototypes they
with,
could
but
show you.
anyway, that's awesome. I'm here now. Much love to all. We love you, David, and pray you feel all of our love. Thank you very much, Frank.
That's
And then
funny. Face to the
I
screen.
went to Ancient Aliens Live last weekend. We had some good disclosure discussions.
Yeah, why
with Mark
isn't he at
Boydwalker.
Ancient Aliens Live?
Little Tiny Joe donated $100. Says, awesome to have you back live. Thank you as always, David. You are our truth source and
He
sanity.
got thousands of
Any
dollars
chance we
worth
can borrow
of
47 in
super
the
chats.
UK, please? Kayla Lynn, David, everything you say is coming, has come, or is coming. Thank
He
you,
does-
Michael.
He
Also,
looks like
love is
even
the
he's
answer.
getting sick of his scam.
Three Eye Atlas, what do you know? Thank you, David. Says Gizmo's mom donated $5. Well, we talked about that last week. We're not going to do that again, but
he's
yeah,
the dark side Phil
in
Becker
short,
of the alien sphere.
one of many weird things going on right now
whale call sound effects.
is this comet that looks like apparently cylindrical,
Hey,
and it's
Rusty
got a glow
Ribbons.
at the front
Welcome.
edge, and it's going into the inner planets. It's got a
Yeah, he probably yells at the mice.
99.95%
Get out of my house!
perfect trajectory on the way into the inner planets,
Motherfuckers!
and that looks like it could be intelligently piloted. So that is one of the very strange things that's going on in today's world.
The target is 50. Says
Sundays
Starlight
with David
Warrior.
XOXO, says Kim
Yeah.
Barnes.
I put it. I
I
did
State
that by
says, okay,
accident.
we are
I never
live
do
and we're
20,
smoothing
but-
the wave. That's right. So, you know, lots of good things are
Frank
going on
Barrow,
here.
Can't wait for Wilcock to have
We're
a huge
happy
mental
to,
breakdown when his lives catch up with
We're
him.
happy to be here right now.
Well, he's going to be crashing out big time come January 1st, and we're going to be here to.
Lots of good things are going on.
dance all
So
over his
I'm
flame
all
of his
excited
latest
about that.
scam.
And we can keep the vibes positive here. Everybody should try to stay positive.
Oh, stay positive. man.
For me, the work is about healing the shadow, which is the part of us that we are often ignoring.
Oh,
And
you
we
gotta-
can become
definitely gotta heal your
blind
shadow.
to our own shortcomings. So this is the real thing, you know.
I love how he has
When
to
we
say
look
this.
at
Yeah.
how difficult it can be to just
definitely
live in the
real.
world today, you know, the shadow
He will just keep
allows
pushing
us
a new
to.
scam. Yeah.
The shadow is often hidden. The shadow is a part of
Positivity,
ourselves that we're not
yeah.
really paying that much attention to. It's the part of ourselves that we don't love. Lack
I
of
would pay
self-love is a
$6 to see
major
that
part
as
of the
well,
shadow.
Association.
When we don't love ourselves, we lash out at other people who remind us of the things that we're not happy about. Edna Korinsky, looking forward to your message today. She donated $20. And we got Kayla Lynn, October 29th, a day.
You know, he never used to read the super chats until I kept hammering him for never reading the super chats. RP with one for the goal. Are you excited for Atlas to come near and be just a comet? And then all the UFO people start crying in unison? Yes, I am excited for that, actually. That's going to be a good day. We'll get to dance all over another. That's, you know it. You know it's fake when all of the scammers are jumping all over that, RP. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Big support from RP tonight, who's already a YouTube channel member. So thank you, RP.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
All right, RP with one for the goal. And we have Starlight Warrior, who's been a big show supporter recently, with $6.99 Canadian and one for the goal. Well, here is one for the 50. Good to see you still doing business, Stephen. Thanks. Yeah, we're trying. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Starlight Warrior, who's been a big supporter for quite a while now. Thank you for your kindness.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Yeah, lots of crazy conspiracy stuff on social media about the asteroid. Yeah, and thank you, Starlight Warrior. God bless you. And thank you, RP. God bless you for your kindness and generosity. Much appreciated. Let's continue with the slob for a little while longer.
Date prophesied by Casey, perihelion of 3i closest to the sun. Interesting. Joe Lopez, the truth will always set you free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the truth is not free from Wilcock.
Definitely have trolls today.
$333.
The feed is glitching today, somebody says. I'm sorry if that's what's happening. Is anybody else getting glitches? It's only Linda Kiesling has said that so far. So lying to oneself is the essence of evil. I don't know if it's really evil. When I say shadow, I'm not necessarily talking about evil per se. I'm just talking about the part of yourself that needs more love and needs to be okay. It's okay now, David. Your feed is good.
I love how he talks about love and light as he's scamming people for these fake angel prophecies that he now knows those prophecies are fake. The first prediction in the book was that Ascension would come by Memorial Day of 2025. That's come and gone. You know you're selling a scam now, and he's boldly still selling the same scam. Just kick the can. Now it's coming in December, probably.
Perfect for Texas. No glitch.
He gets to scam everybody for a couple more months, 90 more days,
No
93 more
glitching.
days.
Somebody says just refresh the screen. So smooth as glass. The feed is fine. It's good. It's fine for me. Okay, we got good confirmation on that. And I got lots and lots of hearts and candy and
following.
smiley faces and all kinds of stuff that just keeps continuously rising off of the heart button. I got 2 glitches, says Sammy Brown.
Love, light, and litigation.
Yeah, if you just want to refresh a little bit, that would be fine, and then it'll all be good. Only the shadow knows. Bwahahaha, says Eldon Elder. We're okay now. There's just a few ticks.
Smooth as glass.
Well, you know, we're gonna do the best that we can with this. Let me see if maybe I can move mine back a little bit here.
One free, then David
that might help. Just for everybody else, I don't know. I tried that. The matrix is glitching. Feed is good, and David looks fine. Contact the physicist Nassim Harriman. Yeah, we are definitely buds. We've spoken in the past, and he's a good guy.
Yes.
And everything is good. So 7 geometric thought forms, the donor of many sizzle jackets. I can tell David is totally focused, ready to teach the public. He needs to sell Angry Daddy t-shirts. I would buy several of them. Carl Simmons says, I am the glitch. So yeah, we're definitely going through hard times here, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. Everybody needs to step up and
step up the donation.
Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And so facing your shadow, healing your shadow,
donations, guys.
Is a very good way to be part of the healing team for humanity's ascension,
the donations,
and not allow us to keep perpetuating the same difficulties that we had before. How am I on volume, by the way? I'm not,
This guy's got
when we say glitching,
$100,000 worth
you're
of
not
equipment.
getting any
He
like
doesn't know how to work
clipping on my
most of it.
audio. I want to make sure that the audio doesn't have any like digital distortion because I pumped it up just a tiny bit higher, but it looks like it's staying in the yellow. Does it sound like a kazoo or anything like that? Okay, no clipping, says Edna Karinsky. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The audio is great. It's all good. Yep. So 3i Atlas, yeah, that's one of these weird things going on right now.
Yeah, and you know it's a scam because all the scammers are all over it. Noka with one for the goal. This is for David in the pink leotard saying he will never, ever play the tapes. He did actually say it in the last stream. We'll make that happen. We will make that happen. And I don't know if we have one with a pink leotard, but we have some new ones that will be coming shortly. But thank you for your kindness, Noka. Hearing the call of the goal. And I pray that many more of you hear the call of the goal this evening. And we praise the cash and praise the cash some more. Thank you, Noka.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens command you to praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Noka. And we've got Sneedburger Syndrome with 2 pounds. David needs hair plugs. Plug those back hairs. Yes, he definitely needs those. But thank you for your kindness. Sneedburger Syndrome, hearing the call of the goal.
Ra commands you to bow down and praise the cash.
I'm not commanding you to send super chats. Ra is. And Ra is also the Archangel Michael, in case you're curious, right? So angels are commanding you to get out your wallet, right? Get out your wallet.
Promoted by the media that gives us a view into a higher reality. And I do honestly feel that seeing a higher reality is a big part of getting beyond your shadow, getting beyond that feeling
You
of,
gotta see a better reality, right?
you know, that you're lost,
Play the
that there
tapes
is
in
no
court,
higher
says Ian
power.
Corbin, yeah.
A spiritual approach can provide you with that healing that you need.
Lock those doors, yeah.
And so, yeah, when you start to figure out that you're not alone in the universe and that there's this big, big,
He needs the Turkish ham.
amazing spiritual reality that we're looking at behind the scenes,
Turkish ham.
things start to get really exciting because we're no longer living in the Cartesian universe of dead, dry atoms that don't have any life or consciousness in them. We're now living in a conscious universe. It's made of loving energy from one infinite creator.
Yeah, okay.
And we're now up to 2,432 viewers. I mean,
And
I'm amazed you guys have showed up.
People based on that loving
And
energy.
you know, there's
from the
a lot of
divine
good things going
creator
on here.
and his greatest
So
angel.
your voice sounds higher pitched than last week's show. Well, there could be a number of reasons for that.
Who the hell is he trying to convince?
But I'm in a good mood. I mean, that's the main thing, is that I'm in a good mood here. So what we're going to do
in a good
is
mood when people are sending
focus
him
on
$100
how we
super
can
chats
be
at a
as
time.
positive as possible.
He got
all this
several
stuff is coming
hundred
out.
ones and
There's a lot of things going on in the world.
One stream.
And we want to just stay as positive as possible, not get bogged down in negativity.
Yeah.
Because negativity is what.
When he says negativity, he means criticism. Like, he doesn't think I should legally be allowed to go on the internet and tell people that he's scamming them for these fake angel prophecies. That's negativity, Stephen.
What drags us into our own, you know, thought loops that we don't want to get stuck in. We want to stay in the positive. We want to stay in the light.
Stay
in the love.
And
not fall for this stuff that people want to throw at you. You know, it's all too easy today.
Leading the
to
way.
Feel like you're under attack, and we don't want to have that happen. So,
yeah, his voice is
spiritual approach is very important because as the intensity increases, it gets harder and harder to focus. And many of us are having trouble foreseeing a positive outcome. Now, you guys have watched my show for a long time. You understand what I teach. You understand where it's coming from.
It's coming from,
but not everybody does. You know, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of dissension out there. There is violence on the rise, and with it comes stress and anxiety. So one of the things I like to do is to try to look at our current administration.
Yeah, the truth is negativity.
And see the positive silver lining that some people would have trouble seeing. And so I think that there's probably a lot of people right now who are afraid about what's going on. For example, they changed the name of the Department of Defense. It's now called the Department of War. And in the news, we've seen escalations occurring that are frankly troubling. People are wondering if there's going to be a World War III.
Oh, come on.
What the heck is going on?
Now he's pumping
One of the
fear
most
into
provocative ones, of
Don't
course.
worry, he's got the solution. Love, light, and ascension. That's coming soon. So don't worry about World War III. Don't worry about escalating tensions all over the world and increasing wars and violence and an increase in violent crime across the boards, at least in the United States, I think, right? Don't worry about any of that. Just send me $333 because we're going to get Ascension, guys.
Was 47 saying that we could help win back Ukraine and regain all the territory. This is like really, really intense. But first, let's just check out your comments again here.
Directly involved in
Hi,
that
David.
war.
I'm watching from Cape Town. Nezzy Wildner
That's
said
a
this.
proxy war.
Traveled this journey, long time with you, but it's worth the wait. Much love and affinity.
Yeah, we've been waiting for Ascension since
somebody's
the year
saying
2000.
Stavatti, conventional propulsion. What happened to UFO technology? We're doing both. We start out with the
yeah, he can't build a fucking airplane. They're going to build UFOs though.
Airplanes, and then we go into higher levels of technology later on. Linda Shelton says your encouragement helps me. Thank you so much. I heard that
Wilcock 3+ years ago said that they would have a working hover car prototype with anti-gravity technology and a free energy engine. You won't even have to put fuel in it, and we'll have that in the next year. That was 3+ years ago. So basically, he's been bullshitting people for 3+ years. Richard S. Moore with $15 saying, get some nice beer at the cabin this weekend. Thank you. I have been actually cutting down on any drinking during the week. So yeah, at the cabin, especially after doing an entire day of carrying around heavy stones and mixing 80-pound bags of mortar mix by hand. I don't know how these Amish guys do this shit with no power tools, because I got no power over there. So my neighbor has a cement mixer that I could be using, but there's no place to plug it in at, right? Unless I missed an outlet connected to a tree somewhere. I mixed 15 80-pound bags so far of, how much is that? Let me see. 15. Yeah, so at the cabin is where I need the beer, I think. 15 times 80. I've mixed 1,200 pounds of mortar by hand so far, and I'm not done. I probably got to mix another 6 bags to finish the stonework and chinking the log walls. But thank you, Richard S. Moore. I will definitely put that into the beer fund. And just so people are aware, there's also a buy me a beer system, and the instructions for how to do that are in the description of the video or podcast. But thank you, Richard S. Moore. You have now funded a Heineken keg can. You ever see those? It looks like one big beer can, and it's basically Heineken draft beer. Love those. So thank you, Richard Moore.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Get a diesel mixer. Well, now you tell me. I didn't know there was such thing as a diesel cement mixer. Is there? Really? There's a diesel cement mixer? You're kidding me. Diesel cement mixer. I've never heard of that. Are you serious? Yeah, diesel cement mixer. There is diesel cement mixers. Yeah, they're $2,000, bro. I don't have $2,000. And that's from AliExpress, so you know it's a cheapin'. I only got 6 more bags to get through Stormcrow, so I think I'll do it the Amish way for now. IRL with 10 pounds. Try cutting up with the booze. What do you mean cutting up with the booze? You mean running a show? I don't generally drink while we do a show. That could be bad. I've never really said anything too stupid while drunk streaming. I just don't do it anymore. And like I said, I have been cutting down tremendously. Trying to not drink at all during the week. So, Monday through Thursday or whatever. And even at the cabin, I've been cutting down because I have a very limited time, IRL, in which to build that cabin that I showed you. Like, I've got 4 or 5 more weekends before it starts getting brutally cold outside and the snow starts coming. And so I've been trying to just, keep it light have 5 or 6 beers and go to bed after a long day's work. And I've been getting up extremely early. Well, extremely early for me, you know, like getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning is kind of new to me, but I need to in order to maximize my time over there. The problem has been, though, if I get up too early, like one day I got up at 7 and I was over there by 8:30. Sometime by 1 p.m., I was spent. I was just totally beat up. I had to just sit down on a chair and rest for a full-on hour. I cooked some lunch on the campfire, and then I got a second wind and worked for 3-4 more hours. It is really tough work over there, but thank you for your kindness, IRL.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Everybody's got great advice after I'm already done most of the project. You can rent a diesel mixer. Yeah. And Starlight Warrior says you need a generator up there. Well, I do. But here's the thing. I've said it many times here on this show. I hate gasoline engines or diesel engines. My father was a mechanic. My brother is a first-class diesel mechanic at SEPTA, South Eastern Pennsylvania Transit Authority. He works on the diesel buses and the trolleys and all that stuff. My brother is the best mechanic I've ever known, bar none. He is just incredible. He could fix anything. And I just never got, my father tried to teach me as a child. You know, my dad used to work on, to make extra money, my father would buy anything with an engine on it that wasn't working. Like we would go to flea markets and he would buy mopeds. He would buy, you know, ride-on tractors. We always took a trailer with us to the flea market because you never knew. Dad might buy 3 tractors, right? He would buy lawnmowers, weed whackers, outboard boat engines. My dad would buy anything with a motor that was broken and cheap. And then he would take it back to our garages and he would fix them up and sell them. And we were always doing that when I was a child. We were always in the garage helping dad work on whatever he had in there. I just never, the only thing I learned from my father is that I'm retarded and can't hold a flashlight right? He would yell at me. Childhood trauma still, right? I thought I was going to learn to fix an engine. All I learned was how to hold a flashlight and get yelled at. But thank you, Starlight Warrior, for the suggestion. I'm hoping, my point is I'm terrible at gasoline engines. So if it breaks, I can't fix it. And there's not a lot of small engine repair shops anymore. You could take things like a generator to. In fact, near the cabin, this is a funny story. I took a gasoline-powered chainsaw to a place that supposedly fixes small engines. The guy's got a sign, small engine repair. He couldn't get the parts for that the chainsaw needed, so he just took it apart, and then he lost my chainsaw, basically. So everything I have is electric, mostly. I am going to break down and buy a gasoline-powered chainsaw because I really need one over there with no power. I have these little mini chainsaws that take these batteries, and I go over there with 5 batteries. Same for my screw gun. You know, that's the only power tools I have over there. A little mini chainsaw, battery powered, that only lasts 20 minutes before the battery's dead, and a little screw gun drill driver. That's also, I need multiple batteries for, which reminds me, one of the batteries died, so I got to buy more batteries for that. That's the only power I have over there. The good news is I got a very, very good 48 volt, I think it's 400 or 500 watts of solar panels. But the problem is I have the inverter. I need a solar charge controller and some batteries. And the charge controller is only $50, but the batteries are crazy expensive. But I do have some old golf cart batteries that somebody gave me. I'm going to try to restore this weekend. But I've already tried to charge those, and it doesn't look like it's going well. On strike, someone else is supposed to fix this, says Christopher V. Yeah. Had a boat in Cummings 5.9. Pretty sure it's still running. Classic motor, easy to work on. I just don't have the skills to work on gasoline engines. I know nothing about them. I had a ride-on tractor here at my home, and I had trouble keeping it running. And, you know, like people who know how to work on those things, my brother's like, just change out, just get a new carburetor. Sounds like the carb is you know, needs cleaning. Like take the carb out, clean it, and put it back, or get a new carburetor. I couldn't figure out how to get the carburetor off of the thing, so I ended up just giving it to my brother, and that deal worked out well for him because I just gave it to him. He put a $40 carburetor on it, a refurbished carburetor, and he sold that thing for $600. It was in great shape, other than the fact that I couldn't keep it running. So, yeah, you think he would have just fixed it for me? No. He's like, well, I'll come and get it if you don't want it. And I'm glad that that happened, though, because I didn't have a ride-on tractor and I didn't really want to buy a new one. And if I did, I wanted it to be electric rechargeable one. You know, there's a lady right next door to us who has a landscaping and lawn care business. So I just caved, and I thought I'd only be paying her for a short time until I got a new one, but she does such a great job. And my wife just, like, you know, I didn't rake the grass up, and I don't know, I didn't trim enough or whatever. San Corbin, my dad had a shop where we fixed cars and lawnmowers. I grew up working on large and small engines. My dad would buy me broken dirt bikes, four-wheelers. That's how he paid me without paying me. Same for my dad. Me and my brother would get to work on stuff with my dad, and then occasionally there would be a motorcycle or a dirt bike or a moped or a go-kart, and he would teach us how to fix them, and then we could use them. And the better ones we kept, and the other ones we didn't want, he would sell, right? Let's get back to the video. We're getting a little sidetracked here.
At about 2.
My point is, I would love to have a generator, but again, gasoline engine. So I'm hopeful that the solar power system that I have, and by the way, I'm getting another small solar power system. It's amazing how cheap things have gotten. For $200 on Amazon now, you could get a 100-watt panel and a little power station, and that'll be enough for my outhouse, right? Well, it's not really an outhouse. It's a composting outhouse, but still, I'm building a little 4x4 outhouse there. And that little $200 solar setup will always have lights in the outhouse, and you'll be able to charge your phone while you take a shit. So that's good, right? And maybe even plug something in. I don't know, but it's a pretty low wattage system. But the big system will be for the cabin, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to run small. Like I'll be able to run a circular saw, the electric chainsaws from it. I think. We'll see how everything works out. But really, the sticking point is the batteries. You know, in order to get that system to really work great, I need like $800 worth of batteries, which I don't have at the moment.
About Atlas, it's
By the way, if anybody has any marine deep cycle batteries they don't want or they don't need, I'll pay shipping. Or if somebody has golf cart batteries that are deep cycle that they don't want or need, I'll pay the shipping. And even though the shipping is going to be crazy, it might be better than trying to buy them. I've been trying to buy some used, but not having any luck. There is some more good news though. So far I have a refrigerator for the cabin, but it's not powered. It's like an old icebox style. So you put a big bag of ice in the top of it. We tested it this weekend at the cabin. Holy shit. You put a bag of ice in the top of this thing in a drawer, and then you put your stuff in there. We tested it with beer. And in about 6 hours, the beer in there was ice cold, right? And once it hits that temperature, then it only takes an hour to get things cold. I don't know, but it takes no power. I just gonna have to take a bag of ice with me if I'm going to spend the weekend at the new cabin. It kept the beer cold from Thursday night until Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, with one bag of ice. That's awesome. So no power for the refrigerator. I bought a couch bed, and I gave up. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and you don't know if you're going to get some kind of cooties or bed bugs. My wife really didn't want me to buy a used one. So I just went to Amazon and got a couch bed. And so I have a sink, I have a refrigerator, I have a propane 2-burner stove, and I have the wood cook stove, which you guys have seen me talk about. It's a little wood cook stove, and the firebox is about maybe 2 shoe boxes size. But for a small cabin like a 12 by 16, that'll heat me right out of there. And you can cook on the top of it, and it's got an oven, so you can make wood stove pizza. So about the only thing I need for the cabin after I get it finally built is I'm going to need some kind of kitchen counter or something like that. But I'm still looking for like a kitchen island or something like that.
It's a beneficial ship sending energy packets to the sun. October 16th, go out, sit in the sun, get a download. All right. So much love from Ohio, David. Glad you are back. So glad you are back, says Deborah. Missed you very much. And Raka Skraza says, I wonder if you publish your books in paper form. Haven't done that yet. Maybe we will in the future.
Yeah. He can't even spring for
a solar
paper.
flash will happen before
get a fucking
Ascension
PDF
event,
file for
after?
$300.
We've talked about that before. But, you know, not really sure. The solar flash is a big topic.
Yeah, same here.
It goes deep into things that I haven't explained yet. So we'll come back to that later on.
21 or 20 when my father passed away.
It's been so long since I've watched you live. What a perfect topic for you to catch my attention, says Danielle Roby. Wow, we're at 2,588 viewers. You guys really showed up.
Remember
today,
when you get 10 or 20,000? Where are those people?
So anyway, check this out.
Nobody's
it's like, whoa,
tuning in anymore to this.
What is going on here? He says that we can regain all the territory. Yep. Putin, this is part of the quote, Putin and Russia are really in big trouble. This is the time for them to act. In any event, I wish both countries well. We will continue to supply to NATO for what they want to do with them. Good luck to all. And then look at this right here. After getting to know and fully understand the military and economic situation, and after seeing the economic trouble it is causing, I think that they, with the support of the EU, is in a position to fight and win all of it back in its original form.
It really does come down to the batteries, IRL.
That is a very different market departure from what we were seeing before. It's certainly provocative. It's like, dang. I mean, I think that's going to scare a lot of people, and I think that it's, you know, it's going to make people think about.
My father dying was really tough for me, especially because, you know, like my mother, Sam Corbin, was a career housewife. She never had a job in her life, and I knew that she couldn't make ends meet. You know, my father, I think she got like my father's pension or something, you know, but it wasn't much. So I knew that she wouldn't be able to pay her bills and survive. So, and my brother at the time had his own wife and children, you know, and he didn't want to disrupt his home. You know, he had just bought a house a few years prior and was working, you know, 2 jobs. And, you know, so I basically moved back home to take care of my mother, and that lasted 20 years. It was very difficult because, you know, when your father dies, you realize your mortality, you know. It's just one of those things too. We wasted a lot of time, my father and I was kind of the black sheep of the family, and I hadn't spoke to him in a while. And then I just find out that he's in a hospital dying, you know, but luckily we were able to patch things up. At least I think so. He wasn't very lucid. You know, he was kind of in and out of consciousness and stuff, but I think we, you know, mended all those fences. And because at the end of the day, the man was my father. We had a lot of, my father was very like old school. Basically, imagine Archie Bunker. That was my father. And my father did not like me trying to pursue any kind of a career as an artist, a musician or whatever. Like, no, you get a real job. That's not a real job. That's a hobby. So we had a lot of problems, and he didn't understand me and I didn't understand him, but we patched things up, you know. But it's very difficult when you lose a father that young, because you need your father, you know.
World War III. Yeah, people say he's saber rattling. May the odds ever be in your favor. So look, the point is, these are the types of things that
I think my dad was always closer with my brother because they shared similar interests like mechanics and, engines. I don't know.
we're actually facing right now. This is actually in the news. And the original borders from where this started is very much an option. Why not? Time, patience, and financial support. Okay, so wow. There's lots of different speculation about why
that's
this is
interesting.
happening. My own personal belief is, once again, we've talked about in the past this concept of kayfabe, that you don't really see what's going on just because you think you do.
Oh yeah, it's all
That
just
there's
wrestling.
other
Sure.
stuff going on in the background
Sure,
that is
Wilcock.
not
It's just
as
wrestling.
obvious. It's like in wrestling, you got the face and the heel, and they actually work together behind the scenes. So what's really going on here, we don't really know. So I wouldn't be so
Oh,
quick
that's
to
cool,
just
Sam
assume
Corbin. And
that
good
you
for
take
you for
this on the
stepping up
nose
and
as an
taking care of a
absolute
child
truth and
that's
just
not
say, oh,
yours.
well, that's
I have
it. They're going
tremendous
to make this
respect
thing
for
go on
anybody
and
that
on
does that.
forever.
I got a lot of guy friends that are stepdads, and I'm impressed. It's hard enough when they're actually your child to take care of them, but when there's somebody else's children, and in one case, one of my friends is taking care of two children that his girlfriend had from a previous marriage, and that they got a deadbeat dad. So what would happen to those children if not for the stepdad stepping in and financially supporting both the girl and the two children from a previous marriage? So God bless all the step parents out there that step up and take care of a child.
Maybe not. There could be another silver lining here. And I think that it's entirely possible. So if you want to read all this, it's talking about the economy collapsing. They are in big economic trouble. It's time for...
It would have taken a real military power less than a week to win. Shots fired. Yeah, that's got to be a blow to Putin's ego. Like, you've been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, a war that should have taken a real military power less than a week to win.
For them to act. So who knows what's going on here, but the point is, we've talked for a long time about the idea that this probably, is not what it looks like. Nothing that you see is necessarily what it looks like. They say disinformation is necessary. So again, I don't want you to freak out. I know probably many people are, but based on what I've looked at over the years and how we've talked about it on this show, I don't necessarily
can imagine that's
think
tough
that
to
what
adjust
you're seeing
to
here is what's
faces
really
to the
going on. It
screen,
could be
though.
entirely
You
different.
got that "you're not my father"
Either
thing
way,
going,
this
right?
probably threw just about everybody for a loop, because he's also threatening direct shoot downs.
Yeah, to be fair, he's
If anybody
fighting NATO
breaches
as well.
the airspace of NATO, that they should shoot the jets down. And this would spark a World War III type of conflict.
I try to be a good,
because it's not drones
you gotta
anymore.
Take care of mom, so I didn't feel like I had a choice.
No big pressure, huh? It's like, dang. So that's why I said, healing your shadow, this type of stuff brings up your shadow side. This type of stuff brings up fear, anxiety, worry, and concern. And I totally
get over
that.
it eventually when you realize he cares.
See what you guys are saying. WrestleMania 2025.
WrestleMania.
Maybe it is for the waking minds. Angela Chartrand. Yes, I had an experience at a grocery store yesterday. Customer behind me felt the need to move my cart and then grab my groceries. I tried to de-escalate and just wish him a good day. Dang. Healing through energy. People, our only job now is to raise our vibrational frequency, keep it high. Repeat this often. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth.
Raise your vibrational.
Dark can't
frequency.
Survive in the light.
Yes.
Repeat this mantra.
Raise your vibrational.
We have Julian Perone. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. You are with us, David. I've been feeling down. Your show is such a blessing. It picks me up, and I needed this. Thank you. That's really awesome. Kreeners recommending David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force. I've definitely heard that. Not scared, no fear. All is smooth here. We got 2,852 concurrent viewers. We are live.
Yeah, nobody's
watching. Pretty awesome. That's right. Kwan Hong Chan.
David Wilcock used to get 20, 30,000 viewers, live viewers. But I think he was botted out the wazoo back then because he was associated with that Falun Gong cult with those two Edge of Wonder boys, and they got busted off of YouTube for botting their shows and botting their channel. Remember that show, Edge of Wonder? It went from 0 subscribers to like 500,000 subscribers in a year or two. That doesn't happen organically or naturally, right? And they claimed that they got so many subscribers because they would reply to every comment or something stupid like that. Raising your vibration is not lying and scamming. Yeah, how about you raise your vibration by stopping scamming people, Wilcock?
Covered in past episodes, the Archangel Michael says there will not be a catastrophic solar flash. I totally agree. There could be a solar event of some kind. That's part of the weird teachings that I've gotten over the years that we've been talking about, but I don't expect it's going to be catastrophic.
Oh, it won't be catastrophic.
We're going to talk about the solar flash a little bit later on in the show.
Do you mean the solar flash that you probably promised everybody leading up to the year 2012 that didn't happen then and it's not going to happen now?
So anyway, this is...
Don't you think that there's like astrophysicists and astronomers and experts that would know if we were going to have some major solar event and it would be on the news? No, get your science and astronomy advice from a moron, David Wilcock, the Ancient Aliens guy. Sure.
It's like pretty darn provocative. It's a great time to be vibing up, meditating, keeping your light pure. And then you guys probably are all over this too. The rare meeting of hundreds, literally hundreds of different generals and admirals by Hegseth, the Secretary of War. A rare and urgent meeting.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
So again, what is going on here? Well, we just heard earlier in the week that there might be a greater escalation of war. He says, oh,
absolutely
they can take all their territory back over there.
Yeah, his ego.
Maybe they won't have to lose anything. Able to say,
oh, look, I've got 20,000 live viewers, even though most
it's
of them
troubling,
are fake.
right? It's a troubling time. It's like I got a little eyelash in my eye there. So
he's got his eyeball problem.
Explanation. I think it's probably, my guess is probably the DS.
Oh, the deep state.
But then they want to make it look like Russia, and it's just, again, more of this weird escalation type of stuff. Atlas Interstellar Boat Love Truth, says Brigada Kraliji. Kwan Hong Chan says, yes, this matches up with dreams I've had of bifurcating timelines of a higher and lower Earth.
That's kind of what happened.
Wash your eye with a lot of water. Yeah, well, I did throw some water in there. And Trump posted on about med beds earlier today.
He's got eye herpes. That's what it is.
We saw that.
It's herpes. He's got herpes.
I saw it from somebody who already commented here. Sorry about my eye, you guys.
War is always going
Feels
on.
like everything is getting sorted out. 100th Monkey is awake, holding the vision. We create the outcome as much as they do. I agree. 3,117 viewers right now. This is awesome. So yeah, let's try to be very, very key about what we're focusing on.
Whoa.
And healing your shadow is learning not to delve into fear, not to go down into these so-called lower energies where you're...
Isn't it lower energy scamming people on the internet, right? I mean, the hypocrisy of this guy. Raise your frequency. Come from a place of loving consciousness as you're scamming people for fake angel prophecy books that you now know are totally fake prophecies.
Your fear is predominating, but you learn to focus. Oh, I think I just got it.
He's got space crabs.
I think I just got it. Yay.
Space crabs. Space herpes. Yeah.
You can wash out your eye if you need to, says Paul Can. No, I think I literally just got it. David, this is it.
He's got eyeball cooties. That's right, Arlene.
Yeah, I mean, that the med bed video is completely AI. I think I did see it actually now.
It's true. Yeah.
So anyway, life is good. I fixed my eye and we're better now. So anyway,
life is good.
Not everything
is
scary and weird, because we did have him pushing back against this idea of annexation as well, where he says, I will not allow them to do this. Nope, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen. There's been enough. It's time to stop now. Okay. Now that also, I mean, it's good because it's a move towards peace.
Definitely.
But again, it could be seen as scary as well, because wait a minute, how do you not allow a military to act? What does that really involve? Does that involve the use of force? Does that involve forcibly pushing back on something? It could. So again, we expected that there was going to be a time where everything kind of gets really heated up. These are from briefings that we got. I had them all the way back in 2008 about this.
Yeah, briefings from 2008. Who's briefing David Wilcock? You mean your fake government insiders giving you fake government inside briefings that aren't real?
So-called alliance. The idea that
the alliance isn't real.
Some greater organization that we don't usually see working behind the scenes, and it's working to try to bring peace.
Yeah, I did it
and security to
telepathically,
our
Arlene.
planet.
I put his eyelash in
And
Wilcock's eye to disrupt the
it's
show.
very heavy. The idea that the U.S. military is involved,
Archangel
that there's
Michael
covert
is not
aspects going
pleased.
on, the
Yes.
intelligence community, same thing, and that
Life
it's
is
worldwide.
good, says the guy who works one day a week.
And
You
so
are
back
correct.
in 2009, I heard that they had identified
Oh, no
that
worries.
there was
Face to the
a
screen.
secret
I'm
organized
glad you feel comfortable enough to share.
collective of
that kind of
negativity
personal
going
stuff.
on, and that they were determined to expose it and push against
They
it.
see DW in a
And
rubber
you guys
room.
know what that's all about. So they are actually doing this, and yet it required people like myself and many others to talk about it because they can't put it out on the media. Right?
Oh, yeah, they can't.
I've
They
really been
can't
enjoying your
tell the
comments, so I
truth to
want
the
to keep
media.
hearing from you guys as well.
In other words, he has no material, so he's just going to read comments because he's got nothing
Questioning
to say.
him is not fear, LOL. It's our duty to hold everyone accountable. I'm not on this weird idolization thing. Sorry. No, I'm not either. And, you know, it's very good to ask questions, and it's
Steven
very good
swatted
to
David too. Yeah,
think
that
things
didn't-
through.
No, that never happened.
But, you know, he
never
also
swatted
just
David
said that they're
Wilcock.
pretty close to having a deal. So that's really, really positive. You know, we're not,
He's been attacked.
the
by
deal
the deep
would
state.
imply that
Yes.
we're not going to have to deal with it any other way. There won't be any actual conflict. It's just going to be dealt with in a peaceful and civil manner. And that's
Sir
what
Lloyd
we're
says the
hoping.
media is
for
missing out
everything.
on his gay updates.
So he's
Yes.
healing the shadow. He's working through the problem. We're getting to solutions, and those solutions are very, very positive.
Hair
because
growth.
again,
Yeah. Minoxidil.
What we're leading towards is ultimately a world at peace. And that's what I want. And I want it for you too. If there is some force that's trying to create a great deal of loss of life.
Yeah, we're going to get world peace by scamming people for $333. How are you working towards world peace by scamming people for fake angel prophecy books? And you know that the prophecies are all false, because in the first book it says Ascension by May of 2025. That didn't happen, and you're still selling the books. That means you know that you are scamming people, and you are still doing it. By the way, big shout out and thank you to Pipsqueak. I got a message on PayPal from Pipsqueak. Great show. Thank you, Stephen. $100 PayPal pledge. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show, Pipsqueak. Much appreciated. And for those unaware, if you're going to send a big amount like that, please do send it through Buy Me a Coffee or through Kick or through PayPal, because then we keep most of it. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Pipsqueak, big support for the show. Much appreciated. God bless
Praise the
Pipsqueak.
cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash.
We're just going to do a little bit more of this. I can't listen to more. I'm getting stupider as I
And, you
listen.
know,
And he's still sniffing constantly, so I don't believe he's sober. Nobody sober sniffs as much as he's constantly sniffing.
Goes all the way back to the lusting after nuclear war. Well, we don't really want that to happen. Linda Kiesling, I just said the generals are getting together to learn how to bring peace.
A conspiracy against Wilcock, yes.
So
Here comes the
DIY
gaslighting with
Modular
fear.
Session says,
Yep.
what's up?
And he will tell us everything is going
Saving
to be
them for
okay
last.
again.
When will that be
just
this
buy my
year?
books.
Well, who knows? I mean, but you know, if we can make a deal, that would be very, very surprisingly great.
Many Tylenol.
Don't forget to smash the like button, says Wendy. And yeah, we're up to 3,211 concurrent viewers right now at 34 minutes in. That is
How many
great.
of those are bots?
You
though?
guys have all showed up.
Nice
And,
job, Pimp Squeak.
Is the end of the Fed imminent? He posted a truth.
I have it somewhere, Arlene, but I
with
can't. I couldn't
JP
find
Jerome,
it right now.
And it says you're fired. Oh my God.
Everybody's thanking.
Yeah,
Pimp
you know
Squeak
what?
for
It's
the
like
tremendous donation.
only
Thank
about
you.
10% normally hit the like button, says
Tremendous
Sammy Brown. So yes,
PayPal
go ahead and hit the like
pledge.
button if you
Thank
haven't
you,
already
Pimp
done
Squeak.
so. That'll make us all happy, especially whoever it was that was saying that, Wendy. So good
There's
deal.
another sniff.
You know, I think that this is all going to work out. And again, we're not
Exactly.
trying to
He's not
signal
welcome
anybody
in
out.
UFO
It's just the fact that there is
He
this
can't
kind
work
of
conventions. He's
very
not welcome at all
integrated
the
thing
big
going
ones
on that's negative.
because he's a scumbag, and
And
they know it.
I've
Even
been
the other
talking about this
grifters
since
think he's a
2009.
scumbag. That's pretty
that
bad.
this group is working to try to bring us to peace and bring us to a balanced and excellent worldview. So again, the deal is very positive, and it shows that we are working towards peace, that moves are being made in that direction. Very, very happy to hear of this. You know, it's really, really wonderful.
He does tell all.
So
Another snap.
he's also talking about dismantling groups that are engaging in negativity on our own soil. And that's a big positive too. You know, we got to look at everything, take stock of what it is. And this cannot be seen as negative unless you like are really into that kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, you know,
the mass arrests, friends. The mass arrests are still coming, right?
The people who give me money, they all forgot I did this whole grift before, and nothing I predicted ever happened. So here, I am once again kicking the can and predicting the very same global event again. Anyone want to bet what the odds are that this time all this stuff will happen now? Mass arrests. It's a massive global event, and I've been predicting it since the early 2000s. Now everyone will know I am Earth's greatest prophet and psychic medium. It's about time. 3 days of darkness. Your internet may go out. Phones and cable television channels will all play emergency announcements about the Dark Alliance finally being defeated. Everything I have been saying will happen in the next couple days. It will all happen in the next couple days, if not by next week. If not next week, by next month for sure. And hey, if it doesn't happen next month, then by next year for sure. And you know what? If it doesn't happen next year, I'll just play kick the can and predict this again in a couple years. What a great grift I have. Free money for making false predictions and promoting fake conspiracy theories. Nothing is too nutty for me to promote. Pizzagate, the global cabal, mass arrests, military tribunals. And hey, never forget I told everyone I took baths in my own piss and got superpowers.
Never forget, friends. Let's never let him forget that he told everybody he took baths in his own piss and got superpowers. And let's never let him forget that he told everybody he got butt banged by reptilian aliens. Then he told everybody he got butt banged by gray aliens. That means there's been 2 alien species inside David Wilcock's asshole. And this, my friends, is why we call it the wacky world of Wilcock.
Yet another one that just popped up that's like,
yeah, he got butt
really,
banged
really
by gay
surprising
reptiles. Yeah.
is this indictment that popped up. And we've heard that there were going to be these, that it was going to reach high levels.
He never mentioned
and
it
so
before,
this again fits
right?
with the briefings we've been talking
but now
about
he's
for
gonna
so long.
Connect the dots.
And
you didn't
that
predict
just happened
that.
as well. So this may be the beginning of a much larger reveal
Maybe
that we've been talking about on the show for a long time.
Could be.
That hopefully will bring our world to a much greater level of peace, and happiness and equality and safety, where we
that's how you know that there's going to be more wars breaking out, because Wilcock is predicting world peace and he's wrong about every prediction.
actually get to live safely on the planet and we're not having a problem. So
yeah, he definitely
off topic a
uses
bit.
stuff from
The
Stargate.
money of these 2 countries, Iraq, Vietnam, is going to change dramatically. Hadn't heard about that.
I could back then.
Hi, David. So great to see you back. Thank you for all you do, are, and will be. Much love, light, and gratitude.
I originally thought I didn't want to, he's throwing around threats of lawsuits. So I originally made it not his voice on purpose. But then I said, fuck it, after he kept accusing me of being a Satan worshiper, a child predator, getting him swatted, stealing money from his bank account. I said, fuck him. I'll put his voice in. And some of the newer clips that we've done do have an AI voice clone of him, right? I don't know. What about this one here?
Between 4 o'clock, let's go back to this.
That's actually his actual audio.
Between 4 o'clock, let's go back to this one here. Between 4 o'clock, 4:30 and 8:30 in the morning yesterday was one of the worst days of my whole life. This was so crazy. This little guy starts exploding. This little guy starts exploding at the exact same time. This is on some kind of 20-year time bomb that it was from when the house was built.
It's on a 20-year time bomb, guys. Sometimes we actually, Archduke Instinct says he's old. Sometimes that's his true form, by the way, his demonic form. We just revealed it, right? He's a coward that will try to abuse the copyright system. He's doing it right now. He's filing copyright claims, claiming that I'm using videos that I didn't even use. And By doing so, he's holding my money hostage for 30 days. So I think he's trying to discourage me from continuing to do these shows about him, but I'm not going to be discouraged. I'll file the legal paperwork every time he files a false copyright claim, and I'll get my money eventually.
It always says Doreen Clark.
But it says
Thank
a
you
lot
very
about
much,
him that he's
Doreen.
trying to steal money from small content creators. It's not
Glad to
enough
see you
that he
got your
scams
guitar
his
there, says
audience.
Moon Noggin. Richard
Now he's
Oliver
trying
said
to
we missed
scam
you.
me.
Gayanne Johnson says the truth is freedom. The eye is still bothering me a little bit, but not too much. So 33,
The weather witches are
36
after him
viewers. That's
again.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for showing up. We're doing very well.
Kirk and Ismail.
So yeah,
Perez
people are
video?
talking about a lot of stuff in the comments here. And I got to be just careful that I don't read them all, because some of them, you know, we got to just keep the rhetoric.
Yeah, he's got to make sure that he doesn't read a troll comment by accident. Kill Station 7 with another one for the goal. That's multiple ones for the goal tonight, all sent by a kind and generous soul called Chill Station 7. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. Big support from Chill Station 7.
Praise
Thank you.
the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens command you to praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Thank you, Chill Station 7, and God bless you. Robo Nexus 666 says, wait, we haven't ascended yet? Yeah, that means his predictions of the coming ascension for this year have all been wrong. May, wrong. September, wrong. Now he's moving it to November or December so he could keep selling his fake angel scam books and keep scamming people, which I think should be illegal. You can't sell a book that you say is predicting the future when you know it's failed at predicting the future at every turn, right? How is he able to get away with this legally? I don't know.
Light. So this may be the beginning of a much larger reveal. We do not know exactly what is going on just yet, but my own background suggests that we have nothing to fear.
Oh boy, Stormcrow.
So
I might go
again,
to
the
that.
topic is today's show is the healing of your shadow. And how we do that, again, is by not giving into the fear, not giving into this idea of, oh my God, we're going to have World War III.
Makes it more convincing.
Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, he's going to do this over here. He's going to do that over there. There's going to be World War.
Definitely, for sure.
Let's try to, meditation effect is real. 7,000 people meditating together under one roof.
Maharishi effect,
72% reduction in crime,
terrorism,
terrorism, and fatalities worldwide.
That's
you don't want to ever forget that.
That's fake.
So the meditation effect is a very, very serious thing. And right now we've got 3,300 people, which is almost half of that effect in action.
Oh yeah, because everybody's meditating. David Wilcock keeps citing the Maharishi effect. You can look it up. It was a piece of propaganda put out by the Transcendental Meditation movement. It was propaganda. It was totally fake. Their meditation organization, which sold very expensive meditation courses, claimed that they could get 7,000 people from around the world to all meditate on world peace and that crime statistics would go down while they were doing that. It was completely and totally fake. And this fucking moronic retard keeps repeating that over and over again as if it's true. It's not true, you fucking moron. It was propaganda by a cult. And you're repeating it like a moron, thinking it's real. He does it all the time. He repeats this Maharishi effect propaganda all the time. Do you realize that, David Wilcock? You fucking moron. You're helping spread fake disinformation, misinformation. Go check into the actual reality behind the Maharishi effect. They made it up to get people to buy their expensive meditation courses. It's not real. It doesn't really happen, you moron.
So just by building a coherent space together of thoughts and consciousness, we're sharing that energy right now. We're doing it as a group, and we're doing it in love. And that's very important.
So
we don't want to be stuck in
make any sense on a timeline.
all this negativity. Exactly. We want to rise above it, get beyond it. David, please put a cold compress on your eye. I'm okay, Cynthia. Thank you.
Leave $1 million under my pillow. I can use that.
Yeah, we want to focus on the positive. We want to get beyond the negativity, and it's working out that way very well.
Yeah, and again, his idea of negativity is people being critical of him scamming people on the internet. That's his idea. I'm negative. I'm a negative entity because I say he's scamming people. Well, dude, in just 93 more days, everybody will know that my predictions that you're scamming people were 100% correct. And all your prophetic predictions that you scammed everybody for $333 for were all completely and totally wrong, you scammer scumbag.
So our love is the force that expands our consciousness, says Jason Ness. European leaders are calling 47 daddy.
I know, I wish that
and sometimes
too.
it's angry daddy. Paul Cannon, they said that the scare event would be necessary. Patriots are in control. That's absolutely right.
I don't know, Lily.
So those kind of things could be happening. The scare event might be exactly what we're getting ready to see.
Yeah,
that is entirely possible.
Grifty effect for sure.
So yeah, lots of things to explore,
lots
of things to look at, and I frankly have excitement about it. So you want to heal your shadow. You don't want to be stuck in that shadow energy. Your shadow is living in the belief that there is no higher power in the universe.
Where is it?
That it's all collapsing in on you, and that you're not in control. So the information that I've shared over the years has changed many people's lives because I'm giving you a concrete path towards seeing a higher power.
Oh,
towards seeing that there is a pathway through this stuff that is positive, that is safe, and that will keep us happy and secure. Oh, we had some donations come in. Jim Garrigus donated 200 Mexican pesos. Welcome back, David. I'm seeing some disclosure.
I didn't scam.
TC
You're part
series
of the
just touched the surface. I'm seeing much more coverage of a speech to the European Parliament regarding the original intentions of.
Yeah, I doubt he knows what real shadow work.
And we have Truls Glavin donated 119 NOKs. Hey everyone, I'm finally back on the live show. Keep up the good work. David, check your hair.
Buddy. Check your hair. Your hair looks like shit.
Got my hair checked. Meditation of just one person affects 1,000 people. Remember to look inside. Stop looking outside. Hello, Jackie Baby says, I just got into the class.
Yeah.
Don't. So 3,425 viewers. You know, we got a lot of good stuff happening. Everybody's showing up now because we're getting closer to the time
or Twitter
that you originally thought I would be on the air. But I did start the show early. It was earmarked 2 hours ahead because, again, last week I thought I was going to try to get it in right after the memorial. But then I realized, wait a minute, this is not anything I want to try to compete with or interfere with. Out of respect, I just decided.
Even though it affected my outcome, guys, so step up with the donations today, because I'm here today.
The eye is good. Yes, thank you. So
I didn't scam anybody on YouTube for a whole week,
now I'm back.
guys,
now I'm here again, and it's good to be back. I've had a very busy week. Lots and lots of stuff is going on.
Thank you,
Arlene. We're keeping ourselves, safe and happy as well as we can be.
God bless.
Working in the light.
Moderator Eileen.
Healing the shadow. This is very important. Trying to get through all this stuff one step at a time.
Yeah.
And it's not always obvious how these things are going to work out or what's going to happen. It can be very, very frightening. I get that.
Know the time of the day.
And I want you to just reaffirm right now with me some peace. So let's do this together.
Selling the fear porn. Now let's meditate. Father, Mother, God.
We thank you for this time together, working in fellowship. We feel the blessings.
I agree, Patty.
The healing that this planet is earning.
And a cult leader.
We feel the blessings of the higher force of love and light surrounds us and envelops us in its wisdom.
He's had such a busy week.
Its grace,
working one day a week.
Majesty.
He's so busy.
Let us see through the chaos.
Calling it a show is a major reach, David. Yeah.
And greater love. We do understand that there may be scary events coming our way.
Here's the fear porn.
We do understand that there may be
offer the solution for some money, right?
We just ask
take advantage
of be as
vulnerable, scared people
and as navigable.
Pray to stop shitting your pants,
possible.
David.
As we breathe in, we reaffirm.
Grifter, says Chill Station 7. That's correct.
Cosmic truth. We reaffirm our belief and our knowingness.
Yeah, cosmic truth for $300. Yeah.
The planet is not going to be lost. The planet will not be destroyed. We're working together
to stop pissing in the tongue.
To bring about change. We're working together to bring about safety for all. We're working together to rise our frequency, raise our consciousness.
Busy grifter. That is correct.
We have 3,500 people here. This is half of the number of the
I'll see
meditation
if I can't
effect.
find it, Sam Corbin.
By
I
the
may
time
have
more
it.
people come in and watch, we will be
Things
at
are a
that
little
number.
out of sorts, right?
Lifting out
He's
the energies
meditating,
of
trying to
stress
get more live
from the
viewers,
planet,
right?
lifting out the energies of violence from the planet, feeling that sense of peace, that sense of equanimity,
Equanimity, big
and
word of
just
the day.
letting us follow the path of our breath. Letting each breath define the moment that we live in.
What's he doing? He
Knowing that
normally
we
does the
cannot
meditation
slide,
at the end
we can only move forward
of the stream.
into greater and greater levels of love
Oh, this is so boring.
and loving, able to see it in the immediate term because. So the work that I have talked about, you know, this information has changed many people's lives. You get a new spiritual perspective. You're not looking at the world with the same old eyes anymore.
Yes, the information he has shared has changed many people's lives. And here's how it changed their lives. He gave them worthless fake angel prophecies, and they became $333 poorer. So you're right. You have changed lives by scamming people out of $333 for your worthless bullshit. Please let my hair make it a few more years. That is correct. That's what he's praying for. Yeah.
You've got a new idea about what's going on. And our work is predicting a very positive transformation. Now,
Yeah, and he's wrong about everything. So there will be no positive transformation because he's a scammer and a scumbag and a dirtball who grips off of old ladies on the internet.
in many ancient traditions, it's called Ascension. The Christians obviously use that term.
No, they use the term
What
rapture.
does it really
you
mean? Well,
fucking moron.
it could be that life on Earth has a very different scope and configuration to it than we thought. It could be that there are, I mean, we know
Yes,
NASA
they're
says
in
there are
competition.
40 billion Earth-like planets.
Yeah, I'll get it together.
Just
I'll
in
try
our
to find it
galaxy
for you.
alone, 40 billion of them. That's incredible. And that those planets
Stavatti does need
exist.
big investors. Yeah, because
with
they pissed
water
off the old big
and
investors.
They could very well have a
By scamming
biosphere.
them.
They could very well have plants.
The whole
They could
slide
very
for
well
5
actually
words.
have.
Yeah, he
when
thinks
we
if he
look
puts
right
it on a
into it,
slide, then
intelligent
it's
life.
true, right? That's what he
So
thinks.
intelligent life could be all over the cosmos. It could be something that we see everywhere and not just here on Earth. And what if the universe is designed
Exactly.
to
The
create
people
life
giving
on
him money
planets
can't
that
afford to.
evolves through different grades of evolution? And that
Stavatti
even
needs
the
an
human
actual
life that
product.
we're at
They
now,
don't
the
have
level of
any.
humanity that
Yeah.
we're at now, is fairly common
He's taking advantage of them when he
and
knows
can
they
go
can't
much
afford
higher
it.
than this. That
Yeah,
we,
he doesn't
as
care.
a planet,
As long as he gets
can
the money
achieve a
from
higher
them.
level of
He doesn't care. He has no conscience. Don't you think he should give back the money that he scammed off of everybody for these fake angel prophecies? Because we now know the angel prophecies were all fake. Mass arrests, open extraterrestrial contact, and ascension by May of 2025. And none of that shit happened. So did you steal $333 for all those people for your fake angel prophecies? And shouldn't you have to give the fucking money back? Kenny Death Squad, his middle school PowerPoint slides never cease to make me giggle. That is correct. That is correct. They're so ridiculous. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. One for the goal from Kenny Death Squad. Thank
Praise
you.
the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash.
Praise it. Thank you, Candy Death Squad, who's been a supporter for quite some time and is also a YouTube channel member. So thank you for both of those things, and God bless you. All right, I don't know how much more of this I can listen to tonight. This is
evolution. Well, that's a very weird esoteric concept. It's not normal, but this is what we talk about. This is what was in material that goes back through many different sources of so-called revealed teachings. A positive transformation of the earth. We may not be able to see it in the immediate term because, again, the shadow comes up.
we may not be able to see it in the immediate term. You said it was coming by May of 2025, you loser. You took money from people predicting that it would come by May of 2025. It didn't come, just like your wife.
Creates stress.
It never
We
came.
feel pain.
Just like your wife.
We feel anxiety and fear. But again, a lot of this insight is coming from so-called revealed teachings.
Yeah, channeled bullshit books, like his channeled angel books that are completely and totally wrong.
Which is something I've studied for many, many years. And so, admittedly, this kind of content that we're talking about right now is very esoteric, but that's my focus. That's what I've been working on. all these years.
No, you've
So,
been working on
some people like to
scamming
call it
people.
channeling. And that's one of the names for it. I'm just fixing my base layer here. Realized that my base layer
You
wasn't
should
done
have to
over my
pay it back
socks.
with interest.
Got
Yeah.
hiked up as I went into the chair.
David, you're not normal.
So yeah, what are revealed teachings exactly? Well,
I'm sure he'll have some graphs.
different people have created religions in the past over the idea of words that were written by human beings.
Yeah.
That
Well,
were
he's
considered
basically
to
half
be divinely
retarded,
inspired.
reptilian Richard Ramirez.
And so, yeah, you have sacred texts, you have scriptures of different kinds. Most of those are usually seen as having occurred in ancient history. And in some cases, they become very popular. The Bhagavad Gita.
The Bhagavad Gita. I've never been able to get through that whole book. I've tried several times. The Bhagavad Gita is an ancient Indian text, and it's very interesting and very esoteric, but it's so dense that, like, if you read the Bhagavad Gita, you have to read a page and then just sit and think about that one page for 5 minutes and then go to the next page. At least I have to. Face to the screen with $2. Thanks for the kind words, everyone. Well, thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. You are most welcome here.
Ra commands you to bow down and praise the cash.
I'm not commanding anybody to send me money. Ra is. You got to hear the call of Ra. Angels piloting flying saucers. According to Wilcock, that's what's happening. Yeah.
You have.
Why does an angel need a flying saucer? They can go anywhere at the speed of thought.
Taoist literature.
Why do they need a vehicle?
Zoroastrian Zendavesta.
Yeah, here, let's
of
mix
course,
together
many
everything.
different books of the Bible. The books are written by people, and then it's in normal
Some
Christian
people call it
theology.
grifting. Yes,
these are revealed texts that have divine inspiration behind them. So,
you've read, yeah.
There
I could
are
never
also
get through the whole
examples
thing.
of this happening
Never
in
have.
more
I've
recent
tried
times.
3-4
that
times in my
certainly
life.
we don't want to make
I still
religions.
have
That's
one.
not the point. But the point is it possible for a human being
No, it's not
to
easy
actually
to read, says
receive
Noka.
some type of inspiration from a higher source that has valid information in it? And I believe the answer is yes.
Except your supposed divine source, remember, David Wilcock claims to be channeling the Archangel Michael, was wrong about everything.
So in modern times, we have the science of remote viewing. And
It's
this
not
came
a
from the United
science.
States military.
It's pseudoscience. It's
And
fake, you moron.
remote
that
viewing,
one
by the
too,
way,
yeah.
is no joke. It's a very
There's
serious
some
thing.
old Buddhist texts.
Sandra
that are
Davis
really
donated
difficult, too.
$49.99. Thank you very much. Did I miss anybody else here?
He's out of toilet paper. Well, he shits himself
Bonnie
a lot.
Demlong doing $20. Thank you very much for that. Ernta Freud said, I love your group meditation. And that's where we were. So I got
That's not even what he does, by the way, is not even a meditation. It's not even a meditation. It's basically an off-the-cuff prayer, which he does with his eyes closed. Like, it's not even a meditation.
Please try to read from foreign people, not only Americans. Thank you from Argentina, the country that is being, yeah, we don't want to say that out loud, but yeah, I get you. I totally get you.
I can't say it out loud.
Maria Davis. Hi, David. I've followed you since 2009, a year after I had a head injury.
Candy Death Squad says, hold up. Is he suggesting that the Indian Bhagavad Gita, whatever it is more holy than the Bible? Well, the Bhagavad Gita is a spiritual text for Hindu people. And I don't know. I grew up Catholic, but some time ago I got interested in Eastern religions like Hinduism and especially Buddhism. And I try to read everything that I can on both of them. I don't think he's suggesting that they're holier, but he's just citing them as sources for his Ascension scam.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
All right. Well, our goal ends in 37 minutes. So unless we get 35 more, no overtime today. We've already been here 2.5 hours. Thank you, Candy Death Squad, who's been a big supporter tonight. Much appreciated. God bless you. Everyone gets into Buddhism. Well, I have to say, Candy Death Squad, that I used to say that I'm still Christian, but I'm also a little bit of a Buddhist. I think that the meditations in Buddhism have been very beneficial to me anyway. And the one thing I can never really get my brain around Buddhism is they don't really have a belief in I mean, there is kind of like angels or gods, small g's, I think, but they're not really like worshipped like Christians worship God and Jesus and Holy Spirit. So it's a little hard when you've had that ingrained in you that there's a higher power and omnipotent, an omnipotent, all-knowing, all-seeing God, to go from that to Buddhism, which more looks at your own inner consciousness and suffering as a way to find peace. But it's weird because in the Christian tradition, if you're having problems or anxiety, you would pray to God to lift those things from you. But in Buddhism, you would meditate to train your mind away from whatever is making you suffer. It's I don't know. I think that getting into Buddhism made me a better Christian, and being Christian gives you a different perspective on Buddhism. I have the Jeet Kune Do philosophy of spirituality. Whatever really I think works well for me, and meditation certainly has, I take, and the things that don't work for me, I just leave behind. Oh, let's just do a few more minutes of this moron.
That made me wake up. Can you talk about political inclusion and not division being key? Christ consciousness is all about unity. Yes, absolutely. I really do feel
he gets
that
the rainbow light body from Buddhism. Yeah, he stole that.
We don't want to divide. We want to try to find ways that we can bridge gaps. And it was great to have my mother here. She came out and stayed with me for a few days.
Oh, mommy
really
came
the
to
first
visit.
visitor I've had in years. And it was really nice to reconnect with family.
He even lies about stupid things. He just said, she's the first visitor I've had in years. He just had a visit from his brother. He had a visit from the Stavatti CEO. Yet he just said, she's the only visitor I've had in years. You just showed video of you and your brother picking up rocks on your property a few weeks ago. And a month ago, you talked about Stavatti coming, the Stavatti guy, Christopher Beskar, coming to visit you, and how you had to clean out rooms for him and his kids or something. So even about stupid things, he lies. Oh, she's the first visitor I've had. Listen, he just totally lied.
Are usually seen as having occurred in ancient history. And in some cases, they become very popular. The Bhagavad Gita, you have Taoist literature.
Oh, come on.
Should I miss anybody else here?
I must have missed it. Sorry. He said his
Bonnie
mom.
Demlong doing $20. Thank you very much for that.
Mom, the guy with the weird glasses is bullying me
meditation.
again. Yes.
And that's where we were.
His brother was there for an intervention attempt.
Please try to read from foreign people, not only Americans. Thank you, from Argentina.
They did waste millions of dollars on remote viewing experiments.
That is being...
Animal welfare paid him a visit.
Yeah, I get you. I totally get you. Maria Davis. Hi, David. I followed you since 2009. Year after I had a head injury that made me wake up.
That's correct.
Can you talk about political inclusion and not division being key? Christ consciousness is all about unity. Yes, absolutely. I really do feel that we need to unify with one another. That's very important. We don't want to divide. We want to try to find ways that we can bridge gaps. And it was great to have my mother here. She came out and stayed with me for a few days. And it's really the first visitor I've had in
There's a
years.
Complete total lie.
And it was really
He's
nice
just
to
lying
reconnect
to his
with family.
audience.
So anyway, I remote viewed the moon with Dr. Greer. It's a busy place, says Janet Paul. Yeah, so remote viewing is one of the big keys on how we get this accurate information from
some other
level of our consciousness. There's the idea that we have a subconscious
not accurate.
mind.
It's completely wrong.
Soul.
That's what telling you remote viewing is not real.
Quiet down your conscious mind enough, then perhaps the voice of your soul can shine through. And so that's really what revealed teachings are about.
Yeah.
And I think that we all have this ability. I don't think that it's something only for the select few. I certainly don't think we should put a religion around something like this. But these are abilities that we all innately possess.
A night for the room.
And the remote viewing protocols were designed to get you to focus on the skill that you need to be able to hear that voice with the greatest clarity and accuracy.
What did his mom
Oh,
think
we
of
got
all
another
the
one here.
mice poop?
Cassia Rose
Yeah.
donated and says, thank
She
you for
probably
bringing
made
what the
some
universe
cool
needs the
mouse
most.
shit, right?
I own Rosewater Wellness Spa in Clarksville, Tennessee, and employ healing artists doing God's work to promote positivity. Much gratitude for your shout out. Thank you very much, Cassia.
Yeah, another
Anita
wackadoo
Constant is gaining
selling
confidence, a
fake
clue
shit.
that my DNA is changing. It absolutely could be. Paul Cannon says, divinely inspired doesn't
He
necessarily
just
mean
said their
error-free. In my opinion, we have to
their
use our
DNA
discernment.
is changing. Nobody's DNA is changing, you moron.
Couldn't agree more. It is actually very important to scrutinize all revealed teachings. And, the remote viewing,
Except
they
for
claim
his,
that they could
right?
get up to 99% accuracy on
It's
looking at
never
targets. But
99%
again,
accurate. It's as
where does
accurate
that
as
really come
guessing.
from? You have to be a skeptic.
He's
You
never
don't want to
remote
look at
viewed.
anything as totally provably factual. You want to always leave room for the skeptical explanations.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever run into somebody while you're astrally projecting? Says Reb L. Yes, I did have that happen where I was, trying to fly up through different layers of sky. Like you get to a certain layer and there's a new ground below you and you keep on flying. And then again, there's a new ground and you see buildings and trees and there's another one and another one. And I remember this guy grabbing me by the leg and not wanting me to go any higher.
Oh, he was getting grabbed by the cock.
So,
leg. Yeah. He wanted him to grab his cock. He grabbed his leg, though.
So anyway, life is good, and it's a good time to be here. I'm glad that you guys are here with me now.
Why can't he show us him flying
So
around
most
with
of the
his
channeled works
superpowers?
out there, I have to admit, does not impress me. But with the same type of accuracy as remote viewing, we have Edgar Cayce, who proved that it could be done with impressive results. So this is Edgar Cayce as he looked later in life. 1877 is when he was born.
Yeah, and Edgar Cayce got major big predictions completely wrong. For example, he said that Atlantis would rise from the ocean in the 1960s. That never happened. He made a lot of predictions that spectacularly failed. So this psychic remote viewing claims are completely false that Wilcock is making.
Died in 1945. And this is a very, very curious story because Edgar would go deep into trance under hypnosis, and he would speak as a we.
Yeah, how do you grab an astral
Jen just donated $20. Says, you are amazing. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about the plot
Nancy
holes.
Jessa, $50. Love you, David. It's great to see you back. I believe in you. Love and light. Thank you, Nancy, as well.
Yeah, same
So,
in
yeah,
2012. The DNA was going to change.
Edgar
but it
Cayce
never
was
did.
no joke. He would do
Yes, he was
medical
a joke.
readings on people.
And he was
And
wrong
this was where
the
you
time.
just give him your name and your address and the agreement that you're going to be there at that particular place at the time that your
Play
session
the
is
tapes,
scheduled.
David.
He would lie down on a couch. He would undo his collars and his lapel, and he would hypnotize
Pull his
himself,
zipper
fall
down.
asleep,
Yeah.
and then a voice would show up. It was his voice, but it would sound deeper, and it would say, yes, we have the body. So it started out as we. Yes, we have the body. Very strange way to get started because it suggested some kind of a group consciousness. Now,
Someday
again,
we're going
Cayce
to do
was
a
a
show
Christian,
on
and this
Cayce
work
and
really
all of his bad.
he had trouble
failed
with it. He
predictions.
wasn't always happy about being
Looks like Wilcock.
a channel like this.
Yeah.
So the work called him forth and made him feel like, okay, now
too,
I've got a
Richard
job
Warner.
to do on Earth. I've got a mission to perform. I've got a service to perform.
Well, yeah,
And
you
that
got to
service
perform
is
a
about
service, Come
being
on.
a conduit for some type of higher force. And Cadillac Ken says, Jesus is the sweetest name I know. Yes, absolutely. And Cayce was all about Jesus. That was one of the main.
Notice that he plays up to whatever the live chat says. He plays up to it like, oh, they want to hear that I love Jesus. So I'll just say, look, a Christian wouldn't scam people for fake angel prophecies. A Christian wouldn't take advantage of vulnerable people and steal $333 from them. You're no Christian. Christian also wouldn't have the ego or the I don't know, just the balls to say, I'm channeling the Archangel Michael. Those are things that Christians wouldn't do. You know what else a Christian wouldn't do? Scam people for fake secret space stories, or scam the UFO community out of $60,000 for Pete Peterson, or scam the UFO community out of $50,000 for Emery Smith. You're two fake insiders. A Christian wouldn't do any of those things. So don't pretend to be a Christian, you fraud, you scumbag, you con artist, liar, grifter.
Focal points of the Casey readings was the Christ consciousness and Jesus as a whole. That is very extensively a part of what he was doing. And it's quite fascinating when you look at what he was saying, because they called in the readings, the Casey readings, they called Jesus your elder brother. They said that Jesus is the pattern, and that Jesus as the elder brother shows us where we are all going as a species.
I love how this
That's
guy's
really, really
never had any
fascinating. The
scripture
idea that
study.
we could be
It's gonna teach us
activated as
the truth
some
of
type of
Christianity
ascended being.
as he's scamming
That the
people.
abilities that Jesus showed were not simply designed to say, okay, God showed up on earth and that's when it happened and that's the last time it's going to happen. No, there's a John 14:12 in the Bible says, as I do these
He
things,
loves that
Jesus
Bible
speaking,
verse.
so shall you do them and greater things.
Yeah, and here's where David Wilcock is a complete and total fucking moron. That Bible verse is apostolic. I think I'm getting that word right. The Bible verse pertained to the apostles. It didn't mean that everyone or anyone would get ascended Christ-like abilities. It meant the apostles, the 12 apostles, they got the gift of the Holy Spirit. And with the gift of the Holy Spirit came the ability to do the healings and the miracles that Jesus would be able to do as well. That Bible verse is specific to the 12 apostles after the resurrection, right? When they got the gifts of the Holy Spirit. That Bible verse is not for everyone. It doesn't mean anyone can be able to do what Jesus did. Only the direct apostles could do that. By the way, most Christian scholars believe that the age of the apostles is over. So no, you won't see people with ascended Christ-like abilities after those original apostles. David Wilcock has about a deep understanding. His understanding of Christian theology and scripture and the Bible is about as deep as a pie pan. He gets everything wrong. That Bible verse that he just mentioned is specific to the apostles getting the gifts of the Holy Spirit. It doesn't mean that everyone will be able to get Christ-like ascended abilities, but he wouldn't know that because he's a fucking moron.
For I go unto my Father, Mother, God. If you look at the original Aramaic, it's Father, Mother, God. Now we usually say Father, but it was originally genderless. That's very important.
I don't believe the original Aramaic said
if he spoke as
Father,
a we, would
Mother,
that
God.
given the pronouns of they and them? That's funny. David Morehouse, Remote Viewer for the Military, has some great books. I agree.
He's evil.
So, so anyway,
let's see what else he could get wrong, right?
yes, it's the original Aramaic. It was Father, Mother, God, says Paula H. You're right. So Greg Braden's book, The
That's not
Isaiah
even
Effect,
true.
talks about meditation affecting our plant's consciousness. Thank you, David Always, says MME Studio. So yeah, Father, Mother, God is a very important concept because there is no single gender involved. And I think a lot of people got turned off by Christianity because of that. This so-called patriarchy, it's not really there. Now, granted, when it starts to get merged with the state, you can have those problems arise, but that's a big difference between where it ended up and where it was originally. So again, Edgar Casey would speak as a we, and then you had to be there and he would diagnose your medical problems. You didn't give any information except for your name and the time of your appointment. And then it would not only give you these medical diagnoses that were startlingly accurate. In other words, if you had kidney problems,
accurate.
you don't have to say anything. The source already knows.
They were not accurate. Wilcock.
And then it would also give you exotic treatments. This is before the era of penicillin. The antibiotics kind of made the Casey treatments less necessary in some ways. They really did advance
motherland.
human health in a variety of contexts. But the Casey readings were very, very focused on alternative remedies, and there's all kinds
and Atlantis and ancient Egypt and a bunch of woo goddamn nonsense. And that, my friends, is all I can take of this clown today. So I'll take some comments and questions from the live chat. Please put them in all capital letters. I'll share them on the screen, answer any questions that you have. And I was trying to look to see if original Aramaic did say Father, Mother, God. That may be the case. I don't think so, though. In my experience, God is always referred to as He in the Christian Bible and the Jewish Old Testament. He. And I guess that's, some kind of a point of contention. Some people believe that it's not a male God, it's a female God. And some people believe that God is sexless, but maybe we referred to as He because of a fatherly role that He had in the creation of the human race. Who knows, right? Never heard that either. Yeah. Noka says, I'd rather watch David's BS with you than his own. Thank you, Stephen. Keep up the awesome work. I believe I will. So questions or comments for me, please put them in all capital letters. I have pinned the True Seekers Clips channel into the live chat. So please do go over there and subscribe to the new Clips channel. If you're listening in audio podcast land, just go on over to YouTube, put True Seekers Clips, one word, True Seekers Clips, one word, into the search bar on YouTube. You'll see a strange guy with sunglasses pop up. The channel will say True Seekers Clips. Go there, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. We're going to be having Spooky and me do some clips every week for the Clips channel. Some of our best and funniest bits are over there. We're really trying to get it monetized so we could give Spooky a little more money for all that Spooky does here, which we appreciate. But you know how you show appreciation better? Cash. Cash. Cold, hard cash. God is beyond gender, but is the Father and Son and the Holy Ghost. Don't ever let these feminists self-insert into the Creator. I don't know. I know the angels are sexless, according to Scripture. Urban Terror with one for the goal. Thanks for another great show, Stephen. Would love to see an update from John Christian Stavatti sometime soon. Well, funny you mention that, because on my list of things to do this week is to ask him to come and do an update and come here next week for the Wacky World of Wilcock. So we'll do that just for you, Urban Terror. I'll let you think it was just for you. I was already planning that. I asked Spooky. Spooky said, John's got some interesting stuff.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Another interesting thing, people have commented on the fact that we are no longer broadcasting on Twitter. So I just want to apologize. Thank you, Urban Terror, for your kindness. Longtime show supporter Urban Terror throwing down 10 on our way out. Love to see it. So people have commented that we're no longer broadcasting on Twitter. This should be resolved soon. I know people like the Twitter feed because it's ad-free. But what you have to understand is that I have never gotten a penny from Elon Musk or Twitter or X the entire time. And I've been broadcasting there for 2 years with no money. And it just kind of burns me up that there's clickbait, garbage Twitter channels that are fully monetized, but mine can't be. And for those unaware, we like to be a public benefit here. We have a bunch of free documentaries. We have, we expose a lot of the scams and shams and grifters here. And, I'm not just selling sensational clickbait titles like aliens found on the moon or, why can those people get monetized on Twitter, but I can't? So given that we have a limited number of streaming slots now, 3, I've decided to focus on those streaming platforms which do support my work, like Kick, like Twitch, even Twitch. We get $50 every once in a while. No, it doesn't say that, says Patty. I'm going to look that up, though. Has there been any alien UFO stuff that could be plausible, or is it just all nonsense? I'm on team nonsense most of the time, right? There is more mystery to God than what we think we know. That is a good observation. I always thought that the feeble mind of man cannot truly comprehend the nature of God. Maybe Musk, DeLong, and Wilcock will decide to move to Mars. Yeah, could be, right? And I'm going to try to find that. While we're wrapping things up here, I'm going to try to find the theme song that somebody asked for earlier. I don't know if you meant the later True Seekers theme song or what. But I'm going to try to find the latest one that we were using for quite some time. Did you mean the one with the stop motion? Oh, look at that. My camera's glitching. Oh, that's interesting. No, I don't have any idea. I really got to take some time and acquaint myself with the bumper system here again. Oops. Because I used to know exactly where all this crap was, right? Take a year off of using the software, all the bumpers in the other software were in a different place. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll find something to play us out with. We're still a little out of sorts here, getting used to the new software, which is really the old software that we used to use. Yeah. I have no idea. I have a Simon Fly UFO Circle Jerkers video that I could play us out with, or oh, there's the support bumpers. We'll just play us out with one of the themes that I have handy here. So I apologize. We'll do the other theme song on another night. Wilcock can still stream from Mars with Elon Starlink. Yeah, a likely story. You and Hidden in Plain Sight are the only dudes I support. Well, thank you, Tony Hugecock. I appreciate that. Those guys are funny as hell. I enjoy them show once in a while. I haven't caught up with their show in a while, but I try to do that every once in a while. Box of Dills song is always good. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I have that one. David Wilcock and a box of dildos, right? Media assets. You would think that it would be in the section with the Corey Good and the David Wilcock stuff, but I don't know. I found the Praise the Cash bumper. The mass arrests. David Wilcock claiming I got him swatted. I found the swatting videos. Yeah, I don't know, friends. We're going to just go with one of the bumpers that I have handy. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. And I will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'd appreciate you being here. We've got a great show planned for tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be here all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm going to try to jam a Thursday show in the afternoon. But that might not work out. I may be leaving for the cabin Thursday, but early Thursday, like 1 p.m. So unless I get up super early, I don't know. We'll try to jam 4 shows in this week, though. New Ashton Forbes unhinged voicemail video just got leaked. Send me the link. We'll do that right now, Spooky. Send me the link on Facebook Messenger or on Twitter DM. Unhinged voicemail video. I'm here for it. Ashton Forbes, for those unaware, is the MH370 grifter. He's been scamming his audience for years now, claiming that the MH370 got teleported out of the sky, right? I'm looking at the hashtag Ashton Forbes on Twitter. I don't know, Spooky. Send it to me on Messenger. Oh, he leaves a voicemail on camera. Okay, well, we'll see what this is about. Oh, for those unaware, Ashton Forbes has been harassing this person, Edward Lynn, claiming he leaked the fake MH370 videos, which, by the way, are fake as shit. And he's been harassing this person, Edward Lynn, who he claims is the person that leaked the videos, with absolutely no evidence of this. So here he is harassing that person. And thank you, Spooky. Oh my God, says Warren, hometown Buffett. Oh my God, Ashton Forbes is legitimately deranged. He just called up Edward Lynn on his live stream and left this message. This behavior was deserving of a restraining order. This is delusional, insane behavior. The guy has nothing to do with the fake MH370 videos. Ashton has no evidence that this person, who, by the way, was arrested for like leaking classified information. I guess that's how Ashton made the leap to him being the one that released the MH370 videos, but he couldn't have because those videos are fake as shit. And every CGI expert that looks at them says they're fake as shit. But that hasn't stopped Ashton from scamming morons and retards on the internet for several years now. So he's also called for people being executed if they don't tell the truth about the MH370. And by truth, he means his truth, not the actual truth about that event.
Thank you, and have a great day.
Hey, Edward Lynn, this is Ashton again. I said I wasn't going to call you back. I promise this will be the last time I will call. Here's the deal. I don't need you to go public. I don't even care about you going public. I only want one thing. I want you to tell me how those videos got on the internet. I know you leaked them, and I know it's a thermonuclear weapon.
He didn't leak them. He doesn't even know what the fuck Ashton is talking about.
Coming out one way or another. I don't need you to go public. I don't need you to make any public statements at all. I just want you to tell me how those videos got on the internet so that my curiosity is satisfied.
Those videos got on the internet because a hoaxer made them. The videos are completely and totally CGI fakes. They were manufactured from still images of clouds. People found the clouds. From stock assets that were also used in video games. People found those stock assets. People have recreated those videos. Remember, there was a time when Ashton said it would take a whole team of CIA-level video people 6 months to a year to make those videos. And then Kreishley went on her live stream and recreated one of the videos in 90 minutes. He's completely and totally wrong on MH370. He's a deranged lunatic grifter. And it's funny, he's starting to piss off even the people that used to help him with his scammy shit. And I was kind of surprised to see some people jumping on the Ashton bandwagon, but they knew he got views and he had a big following. So they were willing to look past the fact that those videos are completely and totally fake so they could get some clicks and views. Now a lot of those people are turning on him because he's a deranged lunatic. Listen to this.
You have my number. You can reach back out to me. I also follow you on Twitter. Just get in touch with me. In fact, get Larry Youngner, your lawyer, to call me back and then have him tell me. That way you will be protected. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
What a deranged lunatic.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just harass a man that doesn't even know what the hell you're talking about. He has no proof that guy had anything to do with
Y'all
those
heard
videos.
his voice?
None.
Y'all heard his voice.
What a deranged lunatic Ashton Ford is. Ashton Forbes, you're a deranged lunatic. You know, that guy's got a wife and children and a family. Why are you harassing him and involving him in your lunatic conspiracy theories? Why would you do that to that man? He's done nothing wrong to you. He doesn't deserve that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, friends, we've done our due diligence and a little bit of overtime. Thanks for that, Spooky. I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No place I would rather be. Please do go subscribe to our Clips channel. The link to subscribe to the Clips channel is pinned in the live chat here on YouTube, or it's in the description of this video or podcast, wherever you're watching it. Even if you're watching an audio podcast, it will be in the description of the audio podcast. Please do go over there and support our Clips efforts. You guys asked for a Clips channel. I made one. Now we've been struggling for like a year to get it monetized. I didn't think it was going to take this long. But anything worth doing is worth the effort. So we've been continually pushing it. Spooky's editing new clips probably as I speak. I've got some new clips. We're going to add new clips weekly. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our main channel. Just go on over to YouTube, put Truth Seekers, one word, in the search bar. You'll see me, a strange guy with sunglasses, pop up. Go there, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And then when you're done that, go over to the Clips channel, smash the subscribe button and the notification bell. There's more ways to support the show other than just throwing money at me, though we truly appreciate you people that are throwing money at me. Very much appreciate it. So that's all I got for you, friends. Oh, we'll check in with the Kick Chat one more time. Make sure we have no more support over there to call out. No, the last one was Archduke Instinct, who gifted 5 big subs. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support, Archduke Instinct, and all of you Kick supporters. Spooky says we only need 2 more people to subscribe to the Clips channel, and we will. 1,000 equals a job for me. No, Spooky. Then we got to pass one more hurdle, which is the watch time hurdle. But I'm sure if you and me keep uploading clips there, we'll get to the 4,000 watch hours within the year that they specify. We'll see. Spooky's this close to a real job here. Imagine that. Spooky's probably basically been a volunteer doing all kinds of clips and shit for years, right? And honestly, all I really pay Spooky for is the thumbnails, because that's all we could really afford here. But we would appreciate, yeah, Spooky says easy. Yeah, you said it'd be easy to get to 1,000 subscribers, but a year later, here we are still begging for 2 more subs. Please go over there and subscribe. So that's all I got for you, friends. I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope that you will be here with me. But for now, that's all I got for you. So good night, and God bless all of you.
Truth seekers, exposing the truth. Truth seekers, coming for you. Truth seekers, exposing the lies. Truth seekers, open your eyes. They lie again. Have you had your fill? Let go of lies. Take your second red pill. I know you've had your fill. It's time to take your second red pill. I know you've had your fill. It's time to take your second red pill. I know you've had your fill. It's time to take your second red pill. Truth seekers, exposing the truth. Truth seekers, coming for you. Truth seekers, exposing the lies. Truth seekers, open your eyes. It's time to take your second red pill. I know you've had your fill. It's time to take your second red pill. Truth seekers, exposing the truth. Truth seekers, coming for you. Truth seekers, exposing the lies. Truth seekers, open your eyes.
Thanks for being here. This is Truth Seekers with your host, Stephen Campion. Please rate, like, and comment on our videos or podcasts. If you are listening to an audio podcast, please rate us 5 stars to help us rise in the search rankings. If you are watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're listening to an audio podcast, we love and appreciate you listeners, but you are missing the live tapings. All our shows are recorded live with video feed. We'd love you to come be a part of our live broadcasts and tapings for the podcast. Head on over to YouTube, click the search tool, the little magnifying glass, put Truth Seekers, one word in the search bar, and hit enter. You'll see a strange and mysterious guy with sunglasses. That means you found the channel. Go there, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to receive up-to-date info on our YouTube channel. We welcome you to be a part of our live taping and our chat group during the live broadcasts. Seek the truth. Speak the truth. This is Truth Seekers. Truth Seekers. Truth Seekers. Truth Seekers is a viewer-supported show. Wonderful people like you who enjoy this show send pledges in the form of super chats, super stickers, super thanks, PayPal, or Cash App. Instructions for how to help are in the description. You can also join our Patreon, and for as little as $1 a month you can get extra content. Patreon supporters get a backstage pass, early access to all our production videos before they are distributed publicly, Stephen Campion's music, private writings, a monthly show journal, and more. You can also become a YouTube channel member for $5 a month. A YouTube membership includes all of the Patreon benefits, plus a special members badge, priority reply to video comments, and the live chat, plus a monthly members-only video. We thank you all, kind and generous benefactors, for supporting Truth Seekers. Thank you for your generosity and support.